is the Shinobi Unfolding.
In 3, 2, 1. Konnichiwa, mi gente! Welcome to a new episode of the Shinobi Unfolding. Today we got the board writer JL, the fit chef. We got the master of meme, the professor. We have the master of visual on our YouTube page, J Monty, and you could call me J Aguila, aka Raven Violent. Because if you mess with me, I'll beat you up, son. As well, we also have a special guest. He come far away just to be with us in our secret headquarters. It is an honor to share our table, the same air, the same light with this gentleman. He's been supporting us since day one of season 3. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you to our senpai, Scott. Woo!
Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Welcome, good sir.
Thanks. Good
For
to be
real.
here. I was like super excited and nervous. I had sweaty palms and everything. I want to make a good.
No need to be nervous.
Nah, you're good. And as you guys know, we want to say thank you to everybody who's been supporting us on our different social media, as well as different podcast media form. We're talking about Apple Podcasts, Google Music, iVoo,
Let's go.
Pod Paradise,
Where else?
Castbox,
Spotify,
Another one.
iHeartRadio.
Another one.
That's it. I can't remember.
We got more.
All you have to do is search on your Google or Bing search the Shinobi Unfolding, and you'll find all of our stuff online. Word.
Oh yeah, definitely. This guy with the memes. We got the Instagram.
Oh yeah,
crushing it.
Props. Yeah.
Props. But let's not glass over the Facebook. When we get 1,000 likes, we will force Jay Aguila day and night for 90 days to watch all of One Piece. And if we were really big douches about it, we'd make you watch the movies too.
Look, if I could do it with Naruto
I wouldn't make him
Shippuden, I
watch
could do
every
it with
movie.
no problem with One
Very
Piece.
select
Just do me
few
a favor.
movies.
Don't skip the intros. They're so good. Don't skip them.
I'm definitely skipping. Dude, I want to sleep. Like, what the fuck?
Nah, you only have to watch it once, and then when it changes, then you watch it once again. That's all
Thank
you
you,
gotta
Jo.
do.
Thank you for clarifying that, because
It's the
you
rule of thumb.
crazy. You crazy.
I just wanted you to get, excited to start dancing before every
Can we get
episode.
that 4Kids TV rap though? That was my shit.
Please no, stop.
No.
It stop. All right. So with this being said, this is our last episode episode for 2019, guys. How's been your journey so far?
Oh yeah.
Great.
It is.
It's been great.
Yeah. The next
We've
one's on
been
the second.
up, we've been down, we've been separated, reunited. I think 2019 has been a great growth for us, and I'm glad that I'm able to share this moment with each and every one of you. We definitely want to excuse both Digidara as well Roland. They're both occupied with their family events, I'm going to say, and hopefully we get them for the new upcoming year of 2020 vision.
They will return.
They will return.
To be continued.
All right, so since
Quick shout out.
yes,
to
please.
Waifu Wednesday.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Waifu Wednesday this week is Corey cosplay.tori. Check her out. From the New England area. Once again, crushing it. Her Fate granddaughter cosplay was amazing. Check it out.
I think I looked at it and I was like, this is looking really good.
Hey.
I was like,
Anybody else want to give special shout outs? Scott, you want to shout out some of your people, especially since you have your own Twitch and you do that anime talk and all that
Check
good
them out
stuff.
at Twitch.
Man, I wish I had a good amount of
/
people I could shout out like that, but I just probably shout out to Matt, because he always wants to talk about anime with me. He's like my
Shout out to
my
Matt.
hetero life mate, Matt. I'm hoping he's gonna, he'll be listening and hear this. I love talking anime shop with him all the time. The guy literally watches anime all the time. He's probably at home right now actually watching something that
hasn't
he's going to
stopped.
tell me about tomorrow when I see him. Or
He
later
doesn't
tonight.
stop.
He doesn't, man. Like, when all the anime comes out, if anything new, he's like, hey, man, did you watch this shit? I was like, I don't even know what that is yet, man. He's like, yo, watch this shit. It's mad good. I was like,
He doesn't
I'll get
realize
on
how
that.
far ahead he is of you, and he's just like, "You watch it yet?"
yo,
No,
man.
of
He's
course
like,
you did.
By the time he's like, yo, did you check that out yet? I'm like, Yeah, I'm like about to watch the first episode. He's like, yo, I just started watching something, man. You gotta check that out.
He's
too. It's
already
like,
on another one.
please.
It's like,
Like,
when
he
you
just
have
runs
no
through them,
wife,
man.
no kids, you have ultimate power.
Yes, you did.
I got no power here, man. Like, you watching anime? No.
And as you guys know, with great power come with great responsibility. So, Scott, we understand. But Matt, keep it going. We believe in you. Please continue with the great work with the anime talk. Support that. Where they could, just throw in the plug real quick, where they could find you at on your Twitch.
I'm at Twitch. Was it PKK or Scott?
Okay, cool.
That, yeah?
I was gonna say Pecker Scott, but I was not too sure.
I get that a lot, man. It happens.
There's
What your
2K,
brain
so I
says
was
when you
not
look
sure.
at it, bro. You can't help it. You can't help
It's
it at
okay,
all.
man. It's because a lot of people never played Die Hack, so that's the reason why. So it's okay. If anybody plays Die Hack or watches it,
They wouldn't know it
why.
was the greatest first MMO anime.
Thank you. I appreciate you right now.
Dude, I had the PlayStation 1 games. I completely appreciated you throwing that out there.
Dude, man, because that's why I hate SAO so much. I'm just like, just so fucking salty about that anime.
I'm right there with you, brother. Right there with you.
Oh. Yeah, no, I was going to say that. I sent you guys earlier today. They just kept shitting on SAO.
Yeah. Oh, was that the video you sent me?
Yeah.
Oh, that was so funny.
All right. I thought you were going to say you didn't watch it.
I
They were just like, yo,
He was talking about
it doesn't
Asuna
hit
from,
the
like,
same.
Black Clover, and then it just like cuts to SAO and
messed
Fairy
up.
Tail. I was like,
We're not even sure if you're still ongoing or not. Kirito's like, what do you mean? He's like, it just doesn't hit the same as the first season.
Oh, and then
Just-
they put Fire Force on notice.
yeah, poor Fire Force. Man.
It's good though.
I think it's
this
good.
last
man,
episode
honestly.
be? I can't wait for the recap.
I didn't.
Could it
watch
be an
the last
average?
episode. I'm only one episode behind.
A Fire Force?
Yeah, one episode.
Oh,
I'm only
dude,
one
I wish
episode
you were
behind.
here earlier because
Oh,
that
you
shit
guys
was.
are watching it.
That was
yeah.
was.
Oh, was
fire.
it fire? Go ahead, say it.
It was Fuego Leon, my guy. I'm bringing it back, Digi. Fuego Leon.
Can't even do it.
So as you guys know, spirits high, and we're definitely in the mood. So, since it's our farewell 2019 episode, we definitely are going straight to the topic, the meat, the main course. We're going to talk about something that either we're going to be friends, maybe enemies, but mostly friends. And we're going to talk about our top awards. Actually, what should we call this?
We're just handing out awards to top things.
Yeah, Shinobi Awards of 2019, I guess. And we also have one for the decade. But yeah, Shinobi Awards 2019. Yeah, round of applause for that, guys. Usually, I was expecting you with the.
Not ready.
Yeah, with the reggae airport.
Yeah.
All right, so in this first annual award, we have about 4 categories, right? And it's the following. We have top hero of 2019. We have top women anime character of 2019. We also have where the hell did it
We
go?
are equal opportunists.
Equal
We
opportunities.
are, man. We can do it too.
All right,
Girls got this.
definitely. We also have our top 5 anime or new upcoming anime of 2019, meaning it cannot be a continuing season. So shows like My Hero, Mob Psycho 2,
Season 1s of this year.
season 1 of this year. Thank you, JL. Very well. Very good. And lastly, the biggest award is top fight of the decade between 2009 to 2019. What fight scene was the most epic, impactful, perfect sequence, well artwork, like something that just blew your mind, you can never forget type of fight scene of the decade? All right. So
It's a throwdown.
the way how we gonna do it, I think we could just do like third, second, and first place. You know what I'm saying? We'll throw one of each, I guess, and then we just like
Narrow it down.
narrow it
Okay.
down. All right. So let's start with the most easiest one, the hero.
Okay.
All right. So nomination for top hero of 2019. Let's start off with Monty.
You motherfucker.
What?
Nailed you to the wall.
All right, man. You gonna put me on the spot like that?
Yes.
We are gonna go with I'm in love with Tanjiro from Demon Slayer.
Good choice.
He is, although he's not necessarily my favorite character on the show.
Okay.
Shout out to Zenitsu. Fight me. Then but yeah, it's just like his hardworking ethic. He's very like always trying to do the best, and he's very focused and determined. He's a very polarizing character who gets those around him he motivates them to become better. He's just your quintessential anime hero. Definitely for me, I'm gonna go with Tanjiro as.
All right, so we got Tanjiro on the list. All right, Scott, who would you elect or nominate for 2019?
Kind of glad you went with me second because I had somebody just popped in my head. I was like, oh, this person was great, man. Was it Naofumi, man, from Rising the Shield Hero?
Damn.
Man, see what I was writing down? I was like,
like literally, man, like that whole anime is just awesome in general, and he's just like he's not a typical hero. On top of that, too, he's almost like a jerk because of like how badly he was treated. But when he like gets to like one of the villages and they're just like, oh, how can we repay you? He's like, just give me all your gold. He's just like, they're like, wait, well, we need to live, and he's just like, all right, pay me when you can. And then he just leaves.
That's
but like he
man.
never comes back and takes it. I was like, you're never gonna take this money. You're a real nice guy. Let's just be real here.
He doesn't want to be labeled a nice guy because that's how he got taken advantage of the first time.
That's how bitch
All right,
got him.
I'm gonna go next. My nomination for 2019 will be the gunhead of No Guns Live.
Ooh, Juzo Kusakabe.
So I know you guys don't watch it, but
You speak so highly of it every
But
time.
I'm going to testify this guy. This guy basically is a resolver. Any mecha of those humans who were transformed into like a type of android or have some android parts, he tried to help those people out because, you know, it's a dark time after a great war. And he's a special type because he has a head as a revolver. So nobody could touch the trigger, which is a badass line.
Wow.
Nobody touched the back.
That is a pretty
Nobody
I
touched
love the artwork for it because they make the handle of the revolver look much like a samurai's bun in the back.
And just like the gun too, if it gets wet, he has to dry off quick or it doesn't function whatsoever. What? Yes.
Oh, dude,
It's on my list. I'm done.
It's so good.
Episode 3 is good, and then I'm looking how he goes for a lull again, and then you hit episode 7 and 8, and I was like, I'm invested.
And the reason why I'm putting him on the list or nomination is because with the final 2 episodes, he faced one of the city greatest hero. That turns out that he's corrupted, and they go toe to toe.
Don't spoil shit.
I'm not spoiling. Hey. This is. I gotta plead my case.
Watch it.
I gotta plead my case for this guy. All right, I gotta fight for him. And basically, he unleashed a move that blows water, and it's so good. It's so good. That's how much I'm gonna say because I guess, you know, spoiler alert, whatever. But
I mean, we don't want to a repeat of the Promised Neverland.
that was not. Oh my god!
or with Hunter x Hunter. Or with
In fairness, Hunter x Hunter's been out forever.
Yeah,
right.
that's
But
different.
or like just about anything that is out there. Yeah, anything that we're watching together.
He went all Citizens Kane on that. He went from the end to the beginning, back again. I'm like, yeah.
Got its own timeline.
Promised Neverland, you know, especially when this twist happens, you're not gonna see it coming. I'm like, well, I
Now
am gonna
I
see it
am.
coming.
Now I'm prepared.
But he's so passionate. You gotta
I
fucking
love
love
it.
that.
I love
man.
anime. Screw you guys. Not being on part.
It's all right.
All right, so that's my guy.
So I was gonna pick the same guy from the Rise of the Shield Hero.
Sorry.
No, for me, just like he's great. He's just.
I mean, you could just give him an extra boots
it's
up.
kinda
You know?
like-
That makes it even more that you're gonna
just do
vote for
another.
him.
Like that's probably by far one of the animes that I enjoy the most this year. And I don't know if it's because it ended so early in the year, but there isn't as much talk about it. There isn't a lot of promotion. I don't see anything for like season 2. I don't see a lot of hype.
It is getting a
I-
confirmed season.
Yeah,
2,
it is.
which
At the end of the
nice.
season 1, they definitely said it.
Because I haven't checked out on the subject a while,
no.
but they did announce a spin-off for it. It was going to be about the food within the world of Shield.
Really?
Yeah.
The food?
Yeah, so it's going to be because
food.
you know these food shows are taking off. So like
I'm watching the True Cook anime right now. That's pretty good. It's not Shogugeki. It's the other one. You haven't seen it?
Was it? It's not the shonen one with like, you know, people go around and like fight animal beasts. What was it? Was it?
Oh, I know what you're talking
Toriko?
about.
Yeah,
No,
no,
no.
Oh, I gotta ask these questions.
No. Don't even get me on Toriko.
No, I remember hearing you talk about it like one time.
That was the first episode. I mentioned it.
oh, that was the
And we'll never
Pac-Man
talk about
thing.
it
Yep.
ever again.
Yep. Yeah, it was that bad.
All right, so JL, who is your pick for 2019? Do you agree? Do you have a new candidate? What you got, man? What you got?
I've been thinking hard on it, and
Nice.
I gotta go with Genos which I don't know is random to anybody. Does that count or no?
No,
That's
this
season 2.
That's season 2, man. It's a new hero.
No,
2019.
no, it counts because the new is only for like upcoming of 2019.
Oh, you're right.
You know what I'm
Sorry,
saying? So
man.
he could definitely use Saitama. He could have definitely used Goku.
I'm not gonna use
We
Saitama.
could have picked anybody.
From 2019.
Okay.
Okay, never mind. No, never mind. No,
Do we hit the undo button?
No,
Oh,
I'm sticking with mine.
well, it's a really good pick though.
No, it is a good pick. And
No,
I'm
you
I'm
gotta-
happy with that.
yeah,
happy with
I'm-
that.
I'm-
I just I
Genos
was
from
One Punch Man. He's pretty badass.
When
man.
he showed up in season 2 to face I can't remember his name, but the guy that's going after all the heroes.
Garu.
Garu, yeah.
Garu.
When he showed up to fight him, when you like heard the audio change,
Took a while though.
it did. It took
yeah,
it took a long while, but he's always the one that has to hold off for Saitama to show up.
true.
No one else can.
No.
And when his fist came out and caught him and just strapped him to the fucking tree, I was like, oh my god.
And then when he thought he broke the wire, he'd be like, "No, this is only part 1."
When he pulled the Michael Jackson, he stood back up using his rocket right in the fighting stance. I was like, he didn't even stand up. He just propelled himself back up.
Any are you okay? He's like,
The fight's always turned up every time he shows up. He's either fast, strong, he got explosions going on. The animation just hypes up every time. I love it.
All right, so here we go.
So would you change your vote, or you're gonna stick with what you?
No, for 2019 top hero. I mean,
No, because we were talking about hero of the year, just general. It could be anything.
Yeah.
Same with you. You're gonna keep yours.
Oh yeah.
Because I might just go and change it in as far as like hero that I was like impressed with character development.
Okay.
This year will be with Mob.
Ooh.
Oh, Mob Psycho.
Mob just was
okay.
like
Yeah.
as much.
Wait, you
Mob's
watched
up there.
season 2 already?
Yeah, I finished season 2.
I have not finished season 2 yet.
I watched season
Not
1
on
as
that
he
boat
was
yet.
coming out, and seeing the character how he grew from season 1 to season 2.
Fair.
Like, well, I was like, this kid is like an adult now. He's just like giving life lessons left and right and taking care of everything. Like, it's just in that sense, yeah. I was like, this is. When we were talking about like the top 5 animes that we watch in the year, and then now you said Mob is not in there, he like really knocks down my list. Like
I should have said
like,
upcoming of 2019.
Yeah, I know. It's my
that was the
fault. Maybe
proper
I
word.
should
My
read-
bad, guys.
I
My
should read
bad.
a little bit more what we're actually talking about instead of just.
All right. So here it goes. Now, out of the 5 names we selected, all right, who should be number 5?
I would say my pick.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
I was gonna say
because
my
he's
pick
not a
because
leading
mine is
man?
pretty new and it doesn't have a lot of noise compared to One Punch Man.
You got to think of the kind of noise both are portraying.
Well,
Yeah, like
audience wise,
if
not
you-
everybody's on to No Guns Life yet.
Yeah.
Everybody's already hooked to
If
One
you
Punch.
like that noir style, like storytelling, this is definitely the show.
Mhm.
What? No Guns Life.
No Guns Life,
And-
yeah.
See, I haven't watched it, so I have no input on No Guns Life right now. So I got absolutely nothing.
Fair.
And the fact that you're just like, oh, Genos, you want to put him on the bottom list. My problem is I read the manga, so like I just know things that other people don't. So
Fair.
it kind of like ruins it for you to say like, oh, Genos. You know,
But
it's like
compared to
on the bottom.
Naofumi, he's definitely bottom shelf at the
Love
moment.
Naofumi so
Yeah,
much.
that
now
I
from
know
the
top
stage
3
so
is
much.
definitely gonna be a good debate, but still,
It's gonna be tough.
I guess No Gun Life gets 5th place.
I guess so.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry, I'm gonna watch it though, man. Don't worry. I'm
Oh,
Still?
go, take your
hell
time.
yeah.
I'm very
Oh,
close to
yeah,
watch that.
no. It's good. It's good.
His design alone, just seeing him on the cover of it, looks really,
Oh, it picks
really
up.
interesting.
Like you said,
looks
after
pretty
episode 7, it picked up for
I
you.
feel like episode 7, I'm vested because it's 24 episodes. They're only doing
not
12
that
for
bad.
this season. I mean, for this year, they're gonna pick up the next 12 next year. And I'll tell you, man, it's getting.
So give it more than 3 minutes.
Yeah, you definitely got to give this bitch like 3 episodes will get you going. You look okay, cool. Then you gotta suffer through like 4 and 5, 6, 7 hits, and it just fucking bumps.
Nice.
Perfect.
Very cool.
All right, there we go. Now number 4, we had Nefu from Rising of the Shield. We have Tanjiro from Demon Slayer. We have Genos from One Punch Man's both season 1 and actually season 2 because that's in 2019. And then we have with you with Mob from Mob Psycho.
Maybe I will say for 4, I will go with Mob probably, just because as far as like things that he does for other people, he is growing and he does a lot of things for the people he care about, but he's not going out of his way to help strangers.
I
I appreciate
appreciate
wreck every single one of the
Okay.
top characters at the moment. So.
No, I
Unfortunately.
appreciate what you're doing, and I know that the ending of season 2 was a little bit different than what season finale will be. Dude, I'm
trusting him.
I'm articulating my words. I'm like thinking through. Like the ending was different.
You're trying to argue that you want to rank Mob a little bit higher.
At least third place. I would put Mob at third place.
Who would you put on fourth? Genos?
Yes,
because
I'll
he's
probably put Demon Cyborg
because he's a support character.
He's
that's
really,
why.
All right.
Yeah,
like my guy he's completely new.
Yeah.
Genesis is like, yo, there's a fight. I'm gonna go help first. Where's Saitama? He's like, buying groceries.
Plus he lost to a roach. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
And then he does lose his body parts.
Every time.
And he
always has to upgrade.
Compared to
and
like
come
the
back
other
together.
3 nomination left, like Genos.
I can see it.
That's why I'm like Genos. I think he should take 4th place, but that's just me. Anybody else pro or want to?
As far as the anime goes, no, I can't. Unfortunately, argue that. I can't say anything.
Okay. Yeah, all right. You made a good point. So.
All right.
So
Cool.
third place.
So Genos is 4th, 3rd place. Now this is where
Here we go.
here we go. So we have a samurai.
Flip shit.
We have a shield hero, and we have the strongest psychic that the world have ever known.
No.
So who's gonna be, guys? Who thinks should take the fall for 3rd?
Tanjiro.
Honest.
Ooh, whoa! Jail said it.
Oh,
Jail started it.
Tanjiro should.
All right.
Tanjiro
Why
should
so?
take 3rd.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I want to know why. I'm curious.
He's failing in a lot of ways too. He
Okay.
thinks the only reason he survived that last battle was on a whim. To be honest, he happened to remember something way before. We never even seen his dad before.
Even with that, he didn't complete the battle.
At
Somebody
all.
else came and saved his
Yeah.
ass. Yeah.
His sister
got
did
saved.
help.
Yeah, he gets saved most of the time.
Not even
He's-
after that, even after his sister saved him, the other dude jumped
I think he's
in.
gonna get saved on this train arc too. And
But he consistently
calm.
puts
He does.
What's that
puts
move called?
everybody above himself.
Waterform
He does.
11. Deep calm or something like that. That move was sexy.
But this is where
Oh, Form 11, yeah.
11's crazy.
he's like,
Good
what?
point.
I didn't get that upgrade.
Wait, there's more than 10? What? You can breathe
Where's the
more?
settings?
What? Your lungs can what?
But this
I
is
can
where I
break
will
rocks?
say maybe I will put Mav in there. you
Okay.
know, because just Mav is just growing as a person, right? And second season,
A lot of
you haven't
character
watched it.
development.
It's all about character development and for him to learn to say no to some people, and so that he does things for himself. On his way, he does teach people like life lessons, so I really enjoy that. But at no point does he feel like he needs to do something otherwise. Somebody is not going to be saved. While Tanjiro is always doing like, I need to save my sister.
So he is doing more of the act of a hero compared to
Yes.
So
Mob. Ooh.
is this like the end of Mob Psycho? Is that it, or does it look like there's gonna be a third season or not? Because
Have you watched it?
so here's the thing.
Have you watched it?
Well, I've had a friend ruin Mob Psycho for me because he reads the manga.
Is his friend gay?
No,
Oh!
this is
Throwing
my,
shade already, huh, Juan?
this is my boy.
You know, I'm about to turn Raven Violet on you right about now.
Nah, I had my buddy Wesley like completely ruin it for me because he. I'm pretty sure the manga's done, so he just like told me everything that's going on. Like he told me how the ending and all that stuff went about, and I was just like, okay then, all right, cool. Well, that's the end then, I guess. So I'm like, all right, well, man, Mob Psycho's manga wasn't going for a very long time then, I guess. So I can only assume the anime's not going for a very long time either, man. Probably maybe another season, maybe 2, then I guess. So I was like, oh man, maybe they finished. And if that was the case, I was like, all right, I'll leisurely watch this whenever I do. So, and season 1 was really good. Season 1 was
So
really
awesome.
cool.
It was
So
really
I
good.
haven't seen season 2. I'm kind of slacking because I thought it was finished possibly.
Ooh,
So,
wait until you see the play-by-play, man. I'm so geeked
Just
out.
again, this is one of those bad situations. Like knowing the future.
Well,
in
there
this
is a
scenario.
third season. I just looked it up. There is a third season.
Awesome,
coming
man.
back.
It should. The animation's so cool too, man.
So,
And
are
it's
you
gonna be
on-
called Psychopaths 3.
I have no input
What?
on season
Yeah.
2, so I can't give anything to that. I mean, Tanjiro is a really cool character.
No, it's
So
just
you put him
like,
a little bit higher?
I'm gonna put him above Mob.
All right. The reason why I want to defend Mob on this
You have
base
to.
because, like, it's again, you pointed out character development. The man has matured. It's really beautiful. He knows how to control his power. He's definitely leading the pack too. Like, there was one scene that is like you don't see him, but then once he's involved in a certain sequence, then you'd be like, wow, this guy really knows how to like take the lead too.
Right.
And also with the final battle, I was really impressed how far his ability can go. So I can't really put him that low. I agree with JL with Tanjiro. I feel like he's been, since he's growing and it's new, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel like he deserved top 2 right now.
His character development was way different too. Remember how fast we got it? Not that we were complaining.
The time skip with the 2 years in the mountain learning.
It was still done correctly for the pace of that anime,
True.
but the development between both characters is very different.
True. Oh, so I guess we're just, since there's 5 of us right here, we're just gonna like put it into vote. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So here we go. Let's do
For
with
third place.
For third place, all in favor that Tanjiro should be in taking this spot. Please raise your hand. 2. All right. Clear winner. Mob Psycho.
Sorry, Mob.
You're in third.
You're super OP, big man.
OP doesn't mean that you always win everything, right?
Not as a hero.
Not as a hero.
I kind of wanted to vote for Mob just because, like, the hype involved around, like, Demon Slayer is so outrageous right now. It, like, literally came out of nowhere. It was like, it was like literally the big dick in the locker room. And it came out of nowhere, just showed its dominance, and, like, everybody fucking loves it, and that's it. It's just, like,
Nobody
right now.
movie like season 1 did.
Fast.
Who
Fast,
the fuck
man.
does that?
Like, even My Hero took, what, like 3 seasons before we even saw a movie.
Yeah.
And, like,
True.
that's a shonen.
Hey,
and
is
they,
it-
like, pop one out, like, every other season.
Is it a
and stuff.
new My Hero movie out? Is
Yes.
it out in the
Yeah.
States or not
It's
yet?
only out in Japan right now.
Only
It's
out in
already
Japan.
been
2
screened.
heroes.
Unless
that
you
guy-
watch it on the black internet, dark internet.
Dark web. Don't do
Black
that to yourself.
internet.
Don't do it. Just wait, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Support.
probably be
You gotta
next
support.
I'm
week.
gonna wait till theaters.
Man. You
You
gotta
gotta
buy the
support.
merch, okay?
God, the last one.
I already got the merch.
do it, guys. I went and watched both of them last time when it came out, subbed
Same.
and dubbed. Like I went and watched both because you have to. You did too. You probably in the movie theater with me, man. That's
Man,
why I
probably
see you.
one of the scenes.
But now they're closer than ever.
man.
That's the true anime story right there. All right, guys. So number 1. Now we
We're voting for number 1.
We're going straight to number 1. It's between
runner-up.
Tanjiro and
Now fool me, man.
Naofumi. All right, both character development, definitely epic. First
Yeah,
episode,
That
great plot twist.
I don't know how you guys felt, but when you watch the first episode, it's like, man, like this episode's gonna be done, and it's like all of a sudden you're
Nope.
40 minutes deep. You're like, oh shit,
this is a
was
long
true. This is a
episode.
real
Wait a
long
minute.
episode,
You
man.
guys questioned that? Because I was just like, this episode, I need more. Like at the end of it, I was like, I didn't give a fuck about the time.
I thought it was a
like,
movie. I'm like, wait, what?
Oh no, I was just confused that I wasn't on episode 2 already. It was just still going. I was like, man, this is great. I was like,
wasn't
is
mad
every
at it at
episode an
all.
hour
Not even
long? I
close.
was gonna be so excited. I was like, I'm all in it for hour long anime.
That means they really wanted you to get into this. They like, no 3 minutes here. You're gonna watch all 40
Every
minutes of this,
single
and then we're gonna
second
give
of
you
it.
half hours after.
Yeah, man. I'm just-
So
I'll
both
say-
have great support cast. Both have great earning of respect. They were the underdogs and worked themselves up.
They were
Very
more than the underdogs. God, he got treated like shit as soon as he showed up.
Well, Tanjiro, I said he was the underdog because his sensei didn't believe in him that he was able to break the boulder until he actually did. So.
oh, I thought you were talking about
I don't think
Naofumi
that he
stuff.
necessarily-
Oh,
No, that's
well,
the-
well,
yeah.
but Naofu
Oh,
definitely.
Tanjiro was handed a pile of shit too. He went out to go get some fucking food, came back, his family slaughtered.
Yep.
Like that
There you
turned
go.
up out of nowhere.
That was like 0 to 100. They were just like, not
Yeah.
even just like, oh, you came back. It's like, oh no, your
You know what
sister's
I'm
gone
always
or something
wondering
like
about?
that.
He slept over his his grandfather's house. The
No,
first
it was
night?
just
Some-
a
of
cool
some
old,
random
some
dude.
cool
Yeah,
old
it's like
guy.
a-
in the
And
village.
he's like, there are monsters out there. I'm like, what did this guy know that? Like,
Because he was
you know?
old. Because like he said, Tanjiro said the same thing. He's like, my grandma used to talk about the demon slayers.
yeah.
Like I don't know. Although I will say this though, I think Shield Hero itself I like better as a show overall.
Oh,
But as far as heroes, because now Fumi at the end of the day, he is a nice guy,
facts.
but he's still very much like a diamond in the rough because he's gone
he's
through
selfish.
so much.
Selfish,
And he
excuse
can
me.
be very selfish.
Yeah.
So
Ooh.
I'm gonna say Tanjiro for the number 1 spot of the hero. But if we're talking in terms of show,
which is not
Shield Hero would be
is
number
about
one.
hero.
So,
Yeah, no.
so
please,
again,
please.
I was just gonna say, as far as a hero, I just like now for me a lot better because if he fails, it's not just that he's dying or his companions are dying. The entire planet, like everybody in that world,
that universe. Yeah.
There has been plenty of times he's been like, fuck all everybody, fuck all the bullshit. And who's there?
He's there.
He's the one who's in his depression. And
Yo,
and his
he's
bullshit.
the janitor, my guy. That's how.
Chicken.
Yo,
It's
not all
Mouse.
heroes
Shout
wear
out
cape. He's
to-
the janitor.
Shout out to Raftalia.
Yes.
Because Raftalia
Facts,
is
facts.
who grounds him.
Look,
If it wasn't for her, he wouldn't be the hero he fucking is.
right, just like Tanjiro wouldn't be the hero that he is if he didn't have his sister. He would have kept staying in the mountains selling
True.
charcoal to people.
I mean, that's the only thing that drives him, honestly.
All right.
That's what that is. And at the end of the day, like, the shield hero hates his job. He doesn't want to go. He still shows up. Just like, if you hate your job, you still show up on time.
I should have
right?
started with this. All right, a hero definition now. A
Oh, boy.
person.
It's too late for that, man. It's too late for that.
Wait,
What is it? The
Yeah,
Webster Dictionary defines hero.
My
as-
Google search, actually, I should say my Bing search says.
Bing, stop.
Yes,
Don't do
Bing.
it.
No,
It's
I'm
gonna
a
give
Google.
you an Avengers line or something easily.
No, hold on. A person who is admired or idealized for courage, outstanding achievement, and noble qualities. Okay, that's
So
what.
if you don't do what Superman does, then you're not a hero.
Oh shit!
And that's why people
That's
like
good.
Batman more than Superman. Saying. I'm a Superman supporter, though. Sorry,
Alfumi's
guys.
definitely got Batman-esque qualities.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I would definitely see
Tanjiro's
that.
on that.
That's
He's
Oh,
like,
because I feel like we're always on opposite ends of the tracks
We
most
are.
of the time.
We are. I
so.
tried to bury Tanjiro
First
just
time
now,
for
and I
everything
couldn't.
on the Shinobi Unfolded. All right, guys. So
I want to just throw this out there, too. Naofumi's the shield hero, by the way. He's
Defensive.
not the spear. He's not the bow. He's not the sword. He is the shit. He already got the short end of the stick,
Right.
man. And this guy is doing the best he can.
I will
and
say
he's
I
fucking
picked the
rocking
shield
it.
in Kingdom Hearts a long time ago, and that was a dope playthrough. So shields aren't all that bad.
Oh, I
you
never
were
said they
goofy
were bad,
through-
but like, I mean, what was it? 4 episodes in, he just fucking makes the spear hero look like a fucking asshole.
Yep.
He like just looks and make him look like a scrub. It's like, powers and everything, and they ain't eats him up.
I think they both have a gift of intelligence too, so it's not like one's smarter than the other.
and keen sense too versus like wits and thinking on top of the spot. I mean, like I think I guess we all could agree on who's this year hero for the Shinobi Award. So the winner of the 2019 hero goes to.
Bum, bum.
Naofumi, the shield hero.
Everybody in the comments is like,
It should have been Goku.
It should have been Goku. Man, if somebody did say Goku, we would have been over. Just like, how do you argue that?
There was no
It's
new
so
episode.
depressing.
No,
Thank
please
God.
don't do that right now.
No, I don't want to. Trust me, I don't even like him. I hate him so much.
Okay, but hold.
you're reading the manga for
I just read the new chapter that dropped today. That I just said, dude.
Any criticism to Dragon Ball Super, he just rebuttals with, "But are you reading the manga?"
Oh no, I read that shit. It is
just
amazing.
because
It is
they just
amazing.
did like an amazing like story for a side character.
He ain't a side
He's not
character.
a side character, but like
he might
he's
as well
not
be
the
just-
main character.
No.
He's about to be the main character now. Like
He's
what
about
they're
to be
doing
the
to
man
him.
who hands ass to
Whoa.
people. That's what he's
Bro.
about to be.
Whoa.
And like
I
You ever-
gotta read this. Fuck you, man.
Listen. You ever just go in somewhere and like you're just like, I'm just like a normal guy,
Just read
just
some
like everybody
DBZ.
else, and everybody is just like, holy shit, this person's like crazy, amazing. It's like that's what just happened. That is literally what happened.
and the
right
explanation
now.
was like where you're always stressed out and tense and like your body needed to like relax, then figure out how to use your full potential.
What are you selling right now?
I don't know.
Is this
All right.
somebody that's just been in the ensemble for a while?
All right.
That's all we're saying.
Enough with the Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
Ball.
got way tracked.
Yeah.
Now Fumi is the man.
Okay.
Now Fumi is the man.
2019
Shields the
hero.
light.
Tanjiro's
What
a
the hell did we
strong
went
second.
through?
Very strong second.
All right.
He was really good, man. Like it's a nice revenge story when you think about it.
Absolutely. You're
Next
It
chasing,
can become a
award.
very nice revenge story.
chasing Michael Jackson. I mean, who else does that?
Oh God.
He's trying to beat it, man. That's it.
The next award. We are nominating and electing top female character of 2019. Again, it's not only for the upcoming show, but overall of the anime of 2019. We got to select a female character, rank them from 5 to 1, and nominate them. So let's go backwards. JL, I'm going to start with you.
Oh man, I'm torn between the two, but he brought up Raftalia earlier. Definitely, she's. I mean,
It's okay
I
to
don't
agree
think
on
that
the
we're
vote.
voting. I don't think that we're voting. This is it. We already elected like number one. This is
Really?
Yeah.
Let's
Dude,
just
she's the complete.
let's just
flip
verbally
side.
just say it out, but it's okay to agree because then it'll make the
All right,
process
so-
easier.
All three you on in this?
I guess
The
we are.
conspiracy?
No, we don't plan this. This just happens.
This has just happened. This is
She-
organic, all right?
She's amazing, is she not?
She
is.
is the complete flip side to Naofumi. They both come from a very similar background of getting the short end of the stick, and they suffer so very similarly, but they handle it in two completely different
Oh, yeah.
ways.
Facts.
And that's what makes her the fucking lightning rod. That
He has
grounds
anger.
him.
She has her emotional way about things that brings
That whole
him
scene
back.
where he's like, "I hate this shield," and she's like, "I'm thankful for it."
Yeah, because it would have
Yeah.
wouldn't have saved
'Cause that's
everybody.
what-
she has lost so much.
Yeah.
And her faith was on the Shield Hero since a little girl too.
Oh yeah, it's because people they love the Shield Hero. They literally love them, like every single one of them. It's like just absolutely nuts. So those last like 3 episodes, it was all like kind of like her
Symbolic.
backstory, isn't it? Just like was it the guy who was like enslaving her friend? Just like they died in captivity, but her
And then-
other friend survived.
Then to come back and see her bones later on in the same spot.
that was
whoever
heartbreaking.
wrote
I
that,
jerk a
man.
tear. Like
that
I
was
would
clever.
cry on
I'm
that.
like really curious to see what they do with the show moving forward, just because they did change a bit from the manga to the
Because they're like,
Oh, do you
they're
read the
not, it's
manga?
not as much of a love
Oh, okay.
story.
I don't, but I know.
How many
This is-
mangas are you reading?
Yo,
Enough.
so
All of them?
I know, but the only thing is I caught up, so now I'm like, it's in my queue for light novels. So like, whatever, man.
Yo, you reading Chainsaw Man? If you're not, get on that. Get on that,
Oh,
please.
I do want to mention her development too.
Yeah.
Talk about
Please, because
the way she like changed
not sure how we
physically.
talk about Chainsaw.
Dude, that was pretty dope.
That
I
was
thought.
awesome.
That
I was like,
really,
are we
really
gonna
cool.
have to watch her grow up in every way, shape, or form, or is she just gonna sprout up and boom, they hit us with it. And she became a warrior out of nowhere.
Once I think it was like when she hit like level 18, it was so funny. Like from a kid,
That's how old she is.
and everybody's like, right, and everybody's like, you don't notice, like, notice what? Like, when did you get so big? Like, it was like, and everybody else is just.
Until he actually pointed out in the actual anime, he's just like, "Oh wait, who are you?" And it's like, "Oh, I'm Raftalia." It's like, "Oh yeah, damn, right? Okay, yeah, you are
Holy
not a
shit.
small child anymore."
No,
You're like,
it took a while for him to realize.
Yes, right?
Charmander, what happened to you? Like,
It's Level's age, and she's 18.
All right,
Just
so
saying.
let's continue with the nomination. So, Raphaelia.
Raftalia.
yeah, so I definitely agree with that. Another one that I will say is Kohaku, the sword fighter from Dr. Stone.
Mother, son of a.
Just because,
Oh,
right,
okay.
just because, even right.
I agree with him. That's right. Like I'm agreeing
Well,
with
I
him.
think that we're all gonna agree on the characters that we bring up because
Yeah.
there's so many good ones. But she's by far. We could probably agree she might be the strongest person in that village. She proved to. She defeated the dude
Yeah.
before.
Mm-hmm.
She is just trying to do whatever she can to save her sister.
She put her trust on a whole stranger to rebuild the village as well.
and then
It's
she's
just
like
like
helping with everything.
facts.
Yeah, even though she's a gorilla, apparently that's what she
Yo, man, she might as well be. She tried to go toe to toe.
Ain't nothing wrong with Gorilla Man.
That was dope. She was just like, I'm just gonna fight you, in 2 swords. And he was like, yo, and he acknowledged her strength. Be like, yo, you can come with me. Like, oh shit. All right.
All right, so I guess I'm gonna have to go with my backup because I was gonna use her as
Your
my.
backup now.
No. Just my backup.
It's your side girl, your side anime girl.
I mean, like, it's because she's underage. That's why.
Oh damn, you gotta be careful.
I'm bringing up Emma from The Promised Neverland.
No. Well, in terms of a female character, she is the fucking shit. I love the way Roland put it out. Roland, when he was describing this to the professor here, he's like, she about her business.
She is.
Like 100%.
She never gave up on the vision. She pushed forward after losing. Did we
Don't
all?
say shit, man.
Again.
Didn't you finish it?
I did finish it. But
Oh,
we
okay.
don't know.
Okay, then what the hell?
Yeah, all right.
Everybody else is listening. That's their own problem. That's everybody's problem.
Spoiler warning for Promised Neverland coming up.
This
Yo,
is the,
this
you're the hero.
happened
You're the real
since-
hero. Can I vote for you?
Can you
right
not
now?
vote for me?
The Promised Neverland came out in January. Like, come on.
It's about to be a year, right?
Right?
Damn.
Celebrating anniversary.
If you haven't seen Promised Neverland, stop this podcast now and go binge it and come back later. We'll be here.
Now, what I'm about to say is the following, right? She followed the vision. She kept moving forward after Norman was out of the picture. She, like, forced, oh God, what's homeboy name again? With the black,
Raymond, yeah.
Yeah, Ray. Forced Ray and rescue him and taking him out of the house.
She caught the match.
caught the fuck JL, man.
Caught the match.
And then she came out with a plan to make sure that the kids.
She cut off her own ears, man.
Kids
Who
just stay
does
behind.
that at
pretty
the age
badass.
of 12, 11?
None of
11.
the boys were doing it. Bunch of bitches.
I was gonna say,
How are we gonna get it out of our ears?
but
Just
that
take
was
the
somebody
fuckers
else's
off.
ear.
Yeah, all right.
Evander Holyfield.
So, no,
Mike Tyson's like, where this camp at?
she's also great
Great off this
actress.
camp. Let me go to this camp.
She was able to fake it from sister and mother. She was able to convince the little kid to continue the story after they move on. I mean, like, what else can we tell about Emma? But she's top 3 for sure.
So I don't trust girls,
That's a
man.
compelling number 1, man.
Cunning.
So I trust-
Very cunning.
So I trust him. That's wrong, man.
All right, Scott, who you got?
I just want to appreciate yours for a minute.
All right.
Man, that was good.
Basket.
Yeah, like, yeah, it was a good anime. Yeah, I have a problem. So, like, a lot of people are like, oh, this is like anime of the year quality. I think it was a good anime.
that was
I'm
me.
not like
That
one of
was
those
me.
people like, oh,
I
it was
said
like
it.
the best anime this year. It was
Yeah.
a very good anime. I didn't think it was like super good and stuff. But yeah, that character development for those kids and her, because they're kids, is so far out there. It's just unbelievable. Like,
The things they have to face at that age.
like,
It's
what, it was
unreasonable.
12 episodes?
Yeah.
12
It's
episodes. man.
so
13.
stressful to
So
watch.
fast. Oh yeah, man, it's like nail biting. You're like on the edge. It's like these are just kids, and they're like up against an adult, not just any freaking adult. Like, you know, this is like, you know,
You're
Russian
against-
secret spy,
They're
like
against
sleeper cell.
monsters.
Yeah,
Like, we
yes.
still haven't really seen that.
Yeah,
like,
that's crazy. Yeah,
We're not
It's
even
just
sure
unbelievable.
they were human to turn into monster. We don't know.
maybe
we
they're
don't know.
aliens.
But it's just the odds that
Aliens.
they face. They shouldn't be
I'm
able
not
to fight back
saying
against
they're
any of
aliens.
that at all in any way.
they are.
There
But
should
they-
be no hope.
To be that smart at that
They're
age,
Inhumans.
it's like unbelievable. Like,
There should be no hope
So-
in front of them, and they still have it.
Oh, especially
Somehow.
when Norman went on top of the wall and he saw that big gap and he
Like,
was
damn,
like,
how do you get past that?
the fuck? Yo.
yo, but they figured it out.
We're gonna play
man.
backyard games and train.
Yep.
Because Emma told us to.
Yo, she was the brains of the
True.
operation. Like,
That's
Norman
a real
was the
leader.
smart man. He put all the plans into action and found it out.
But
man.
she's
she
a
was just
leader,
like,
though.
this is
She's
what
the
we doing.
push, yeah.
Yes.
Norman was like, everybody watch Naruto, start running that way, start jumping that way. Like,
She
Yeah,
was
man.
so uncompromising.
We're gonna
in
make
her
it to Area
vision.
51.
Yo, if
We're
anybody
gonna make
mentioned
it.
any
We're not gonna miss
Boruto or
it.
Naruto character on this nomination, that we're fighting. Like, so they-
Nah, I would never
anybody
do
mention
that.
Naruto or Boruto for this nomination, I swear to God.
For
we're
any of the
fighting.
nominations?
Whoa, this one in particular.
Oh,
I
hell
was
no.
gonna say,
Look what he's wearing.
Hell
Like,
no.
he knows, you know, I
Yeah,
mean,
no, I wear it. The shirt's dope. Doesn't mean I support Sakura's bitch ass.
fair enough, fair enough. I wouldn't
Anyway.
support her anyway. She's useless.
Or Hinata. At all.
She's a little bit more useful. She died for the cause.
But
Yeah.
after she become a mom, she just like, she's hot, but then she, you know, so.
I
not
started
why.
reading the manga, so I know that
why I
I
brought
just
that up.
started reading it because, like, I was like, all right.
Oh, you
I'm
just
gonna-
reading it? How far?
I'm only like 2 or 3.
So you
chapters
should all
in.
like the recap of the movie.
Yeah, I'm like doing all that stuff. So
Ooh.
I'm gonna catch up.
You're
though.
gonna be
There's not a
impressed.
lot. It's only like 40 something.
When you see
chapters.
Kurama, you be like, oh snap, nice. All right, cool.
Yeah,
Your nomination, good sir, Senpai.
Man, I was like thinking hard about this because I had somebody else, but I had
Mother-
forgotten this anime aired last year,
Oh.
and yeah, you gonna be with me on this, man. I'm gonna pick Toru Honda from Fruits Basket.
Oh.
Oh,
He just took his whole vote from himself.
Love that girl. I like love her, man. Like
Wait a minute, no, I
she-
thought that was this year.
No, that
2019.
No, yeah, those were the. Well, yeah.
In
Oh,
2019,
sorry, I said
it-
20, like last year. I said
Last year,
2019, I'm
no,
sorry.
it came out
This
last
year, man.
season. Last
It was such a big deal, man.
yeah, it came out during the summer. That's when it started. But continue on,
This
good
girl
sir. Yes,
bumped into these guys, you know, like she literally was in the forest living there on her own because she didn't want to inconvenience her grandfather, some old guy, you know, because her mom died. And then out of nowhere, she just like stumbles upon the most popular kid in school's house because she was living in his fucking backyard estate because they have a fucking live in the mountains and shit.
Okay.
And then she's like, oh man, everything's cool. Turns into an animal. Totally cool with it. Like it's another day in the fucking world.
Oh, look at
So,
that.
yeah, she's
That was neat.
Well, actually, she freaks out. She's like, you know, the mailman comes in. I'm glad they did the same scene. She's like, oh, they're animals. And he's like, oh, that's cool. It's like, you got animals. Good for you. But then afterwards, like, everything else was just like natural. She was just like, she didn't look at them different. It's like, you know, it's kind of like when you make friends with somebody who's probably got like something wrong with them or, you know, you got a deformity. It's like, you don't look at them like in a weird way or anything like that, man. You just like, hey, man, I like this person. And she's like always compassionate because that's how her mom wanted her to be. She's like, oh, don't be anything like me. I was a, you know, terrible kid. It's like, you know, go to school, work hard, you know, and you're going to be better than me. And
Some life values.
she's like, just, she's very wholesome
See, when you explain it like that, it makes me want to watch it.
You need to watch it, man.
So the way how I explained it was not.
You straight up open and you were like, "This is a telenovela," and I was like,
It is.
I was like, "Oh, so
I say look. I'm not as well articulate or as wise as the Sempai right here.
You're setting us a telenovela.
Whoa, I just got to defend. I just go straight to the point. I'll be like, if you want a good time, then I would recommend something. I'll tell you what it is in more detail. But if I'm telling you it's a telenovela, it's like, it's up to you. But as we all know, novelas are good. Some of them are really good. Rosalinda, my guy. Dos mujeres, un camino. Like, thank you. Case closed. All right. Anything?
I heard what he just said.
Yeah.
I got
Un
nothing on
camino.
that.
Yeah. You want to watch a novella about a truck driver that has to pick between two women and the two women fight over him?
Not at all.
And that's the plot for like 100 episodes.
2 years straight.
5 cases of amnesia later.
Yep.
It was awesome.
Have you watched this?
That's
I
how
used
they
to watch
all
Days of
are,
Our
bro.
Lives with my grandmother.
So they
So
all are.
did I, man. But like,
Days of Our Lives and Passions. That's what all that
yo,
shit
they
was.
both got canceled. You know that?
Good.
There's no more Days of Our Lives. It's
Thank
over.
God.
The
It's on
nursing
a
home's
program.
gonna
There was
do
no
now?
way they were going to
What the fuck?
survive
Yo, that's
these days.
it's over. There's no more
What are we doing
daytime
at the nursing homes
television.
now?
Man, Netflix is going to pick all that up one day.
Oh, facts.
He's right.
Days of Our Lives
Take
reloaded.
That's it.
Like a
Can you
subsidiary
imagine
from the
that's what
Friends release.
saves Netflix?
Jeez.
Don't they got
Ramos.
Golden Girls or that's Hulu?
No,
Hulu's got the shade, man. They're throwing it out there with them girls.
Like the sands of the hourglass. I forget the rest of it. So
Oh,
go the days of our lives.
man. I'll never forget that. Being sick, you do not get to watch cartoons when you stay
No,
home.
you gotta watch soap operas.
Yep.
And then Oprah right after
And
that.
Jerry Springer during
Jerry
the
Springer.
Holy shit.
in the afternoon. Come on,
The
man.
price is right.
Yo, the security guard got the
Maury
show now.
fucking
That's just
Povich.
nuts. So nuts.
That's how much it do. Oh, damn. We went through another rabbit hole. All right.
Yes.
Bring it back in, Monty. Last nomination for this category.
For 2019, best female character nomination. I choose
It's not even the winner, my guy.
Noelle Silva Black Clover. Fight me. She had amazing character development.
Yep.
What the fuck?
She
What is
had
that?
That's from Yoshi's Island. That's from Yoshi's
It's better than his
That was like 2 minutes.
Yeah, Noelle Silver Black Clover. That's my pick. She went through tremendous fucking
Is that
character
Valkyrie?
development. Yes.
Yeah, okay. I've seen that.
Tremendous
I don't
development
watch
this
the
season.
show, but I've seen that
The
clip.
water Valkyrie,
guy. I respect your choice. That's a good choice.
I don't respect that show.
Oh,
Fair.
we're
No,
gonna
no.
talk about this later. We can talk about it later.
We'll talk
That'll have
about
to be a
later.
different
Let's just talk
episode.
about the
That's,
nomination
okay.
real quick,
That's
all right?
fine.
And then we can fight over why he should not watch
Like
it.
we already have number one picked. That's like.
Oh, so you just want to do top three? Is that what you're trying to say to me? Because like I feel like everybody else brought like good
All right,
players.
Number 5. Who's number 5?
Who's number 5?
I mean, who did you pick?
Oh yeah,
I pick Emma.
I say
She's a leader.
I say Fruit Basket's number
Yeah,
5.
I'll let Toro Honda slip in the bottom, man. Honestly,
I
She's a
appreciate
nice girl,
you, though.
and that's why she would be on the bottom. She would let everyone
To have
else go
that as
first.
appreciation.
She was like,
Yeah,
everyone
that's
else
good.
go first.
Hey,
like
out of
the
all the
nicest
other female character, we did not mention Elsa from Fairy Tale. We did not
Or is
mention.
that- she was actually my first pick, man.
We
I was
did
like,
not
I was
mention
gonna pick
Attack on
Urza.
Titans
I
either.
was thinking of her hard.
We didn't
too.
even mention
Yeah.
her.
She-
Like for him to mention Fruit
this is
Basket
good.
over
Ah,
all
yeah.
of those
I
girls.
I love Fruits Basket, man. Guys, you don't understand my.
I
passion
respect
and love
that.
for
I
It's
respect that.
unbelievable.
Like I was thinking of her as my backup one, but
That's
the
all right.
reason why I didn't because the style of Fruit Basket. But I agree, she is a hero. She definitely demonstrated love, caring. She was there from day one, especially the season finale too.
Wait, Kyo, yeah, man. Not gonna watch it, guys. Please just watch
Just
it. Take
watch
time
it.
out of your life, man.
I love how Jay's like, no, for a shoujo, it's really good. Dude, it's like if we're going out to eat and I take you to like McDonald's, I'm like, bro, it's delicious.
You should you should give a shout out. You should just shout out. No. First of all, no.
said the dollar
You should
menu
you
is
should have used the illustration of what we ate today. That
Ooh,
shit
yeah.
definitely would have been more like
Shout out Capricos? How do you say that? 'Cause-
Caprichos.
Caprichos.
caprichos. Yes.
Yeah, I can't roll my R's. And I'm Cape Verdean. I can't roll my R's. I know. You know what? Bombardier thought.
Translate that bitch.
That means your godmother's crooked. And I'm like, what the fuck?
What?
Yeah.
How do we let this slide?
Crooked in like I'll steal from you sense, or is she like
But yeah, so like
wooden
it's
leg.
like if you say something is like tasty, It doesn't matter if it's organic. It doesn't matter if it's like from a 5-star restaurant. It doesn't matter if it comes from a food cart. If it's good, it's good. Stop saying it's good for a shoujo. This motherfucker's about it. I'm about to watch this shit. It's a good fucking anime.
I own the manga. I bought it when it was coming out back in the day.
Yeah, actually,
I will
liked
fucking
it.
fruit baskets.
Did you show
Just
it
own
during
it,
one of
man.
these shows?
I did, man.
Yeah, yeah.
You popped in. I was just like, yo, you know how much I like it? I like pulled out my volume 1 just hanging on
He
to
did
it.
this like like it was a stack of money. Be like, this is what I got. I'm like,
I
oh
saw you do
snap!
that. I saw him do that.
I'm like, oh snap! All right, you
That's, yeah, it's when somebody's like, "Oh, you watch Pokemon," and they show you the hologram cards.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
yo,
Got my
pull out that
Charizard.
shirt. Yo, they pull it out. I'm always protected.
Matter of fact, I moved to have a binder over there.
Nah, it's cool. I respect you. I respect you. I'm sad I don't have mine, man.
But yeah.
But yes, Honda definitely.
Sorry, Honda. You belong on the bottom. It's all
Yeah.
right.
Number 5.
Number 4, we got Emma.
Definitely the chick from Dr. Stone. I feel like.
Oh, Kohaku?
Yes.
Why? Because I was thinking her like fighting for top 2.
Really?
Top 2.
Nah. I think she belongs on the bottom.
Okay.
Between Emma and Raftalia?
Okay.
Yeah,
So
that's a big toss. Those are
look,
big
look.
toss right there.
just hear me out. Just hear me out. Right. With everything that happened within Dr. Stone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're a whole new generation living into this world, believing that it's just only your people, but then you see this stranger, and this stranger just promised you something that is hard to believe, but yet you put your trust in him.
You're dumb as fuck.
Okay. Okay. That's one way of seeing
Didn't he
it.
make a pulley system to get her out of the rocks? She's like, oh, this guy out of the trees.
I mean, like,
He's like, this guy's kind of like onto something.
Yeah.
Look, right? But he gave you his word that he was going to change your village and the way how the culture was going to be, and then he actually proved it to you. But not only he convinced you, but also you defended it with your life, right? And not only you defended it with your life, but you're one of the top fighter in your village. You took care of your sister for nearly 14 plus years, making sure that the pneumonia did not get to her for her to die by bringing her hot bath. That's how strong she is. Caring, leading, trustworthy. I mean, like, what other category can I put this person into? Like, I feel like she should be like top 2 for that.
Top 3,
Alright,
maybe.
All right.
Top
See,
3.
All right.
here's the thing.
Okay.
There wasn't really much development for her. I'm sorry. I didn't think there was like any development for her. She fought
It was
Tsukasa.
simple.
She didn't
brought
develop at
Senko.
all. She
Yeah.
showed up as this, and she is still that.
Like the 2 guys guarding the bridge had more development than her.
Hell yeah.
And
Because they were weakling. That's
Yo.
how good she was. A teacher.
Yo, but
Boom.
alright, so listen, who's the guy who got glass over? He's only weak because he's nearsighted. If he had glasses,
Kinaro, yeah.
Oh, that's
how
true.
things might be different because he
It
was
would have
way
been
stronger
different,
than Magma.
but that was not the case, though. It would have been
yeah, but you
different.
find out later on. So like, if they sparred now, like I'm
I
pretty
think
sure things would be a little bit
I
different.
believe with all my heart she could definitely like kick his ass.
Maybe I'm gonna say maybe because we don't know. We don't know.
She's
I'll
faced
talk
off
about things
against
I
2
don't know.
very difficult opponents that she has not fought.
Yeah.
We barely see her fight.
I mean, she did pretty well when homeboy with the spear, like
Yoga.
Yoga.
It was
Yeah, that's
Yoga?
his name, yeah.
she did pretty well with Yoga, almost be able to stop his ultimate move as well.
I'll give that. She was one of the only person who didn't get bopped right away, I guess. But
She's a fighter. That's another category right there. My guys, come on, like
But
top
she's
3.
coming up with these
But the
categories.
thing
Like-
is, man, again, in the grand scheme of things, like these other 2 characters had so much more development. Than
Well,
her.
we got
It's like-
Emma, we got Raphaelia, and who else?
Noelle. You know
Noelle?
what? Maybe. No, her character development's really good too, man. I really
It
like
took
her
about
character, too.
over 100 plus episode for Noelle to be able to like. I mean, I read the manga, of course, but it took a while for her to actually build up that courage. You know,
That's what happens when
And
you do shonen, though, man.
I mean, okay.
You in it for the long haul.
So I want to vote Noelle as the 4th because 1, she's a side piece as well as this person right here.
Yeah.
2, she was a side piece for nearly 2 years. 3, she barely be able to stick up to against her brother until while the world is ending.
Bruh,
And
she's like a
4,
bamboo tree. That shit don't grow for 5 years, and when it finally fucking sprouts, boom, boom, yo,
That's it. Let me
amazing.
get one of those.
Oh
That's
my
it.
god!
I'm with him on
Yeah.
that, man. Like, I just like her character, man. Plus, she's not a blonde, typical want to throw that out.
For a blonde, this one is really strong,
I
and
know,
she was
she is,
careful.
she is. That was rude
She
of me
was
to say
caring
that.
too. She was nurturing.
If
She
she-
stood up to
But it
her
sounds like
father. She went against her father will in order to be on
She cared about her
doctors.
sister. That's why, man.
No, to be in Senku. To
I'm
be
mad I don't know enough about this character to judge any of this.
Are you not? Wait, did you
You
not?
know
watch
Dr.
it?
Stones. Like, you
no,
watch
he's talking about Noel. He doesn't
that.
watch
I don't know,
that.
I don't know
Oh,
much
yeah.
about it either.
Well, see, you should watch the anime, man. Get up on that. Just do it, man. Just do it.
Just read the manga. It's way better. It's just quick.
Maybe I'll read the manga instead of watching the
Manga
anime.
blows
I
by
can't stand
very
the
fast.
animation. I just cannot stand the animation at all.
It's gotten better. It's gotten
I
a
know
lot
that.
better.
Like,
It's
if you wanna
Dragon
compare-
Ball, it got better.
Dude, when they went under the water though, come on.
Hey.
I'm just saying about that anime right there. That was hard to
So,
pill to.
Juan, you're the tiebreaker. Who's it gonna be, Kohaku or
The other chick
or
that I
Noel?
don't know.
Oh,
Noel.
I'm gonna give fourth place to the chick that I don't know. That's how That's how easy it's gonna
That's,
be.
I gotta support. Unfortunately, I hate that, but yeah, it's life. You don't know about it, but you can't say nothing though. You know?
You don't have to win every battle.
Number 4.
So number 4
Goes to-
As long as I get my
Noel.
number one.
No, man, y'all are fucking crazy. She's number 3 for sure.
She's definitely she's number 3 in my mind. Don't
But-
worry, man. I got
Number
you.
But because I defended her for her to be at least top 2, I'm going to agree with you. Dr. Stone Girl is number 3 in my book.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine, man. She's not a bad character, man.
Yeah, she know, but you know, she know
not-
Noel. She doesn't have Valkyrie armor, but you know,
She don't have
whatever.
magic. She don't have magic. Look at the
She
magic.
doesn't have magic, and yet she's the
I mean,
strongest.
I didn't want to go dark. I didn't want
She
to
didn't just like prove all of her siblings wrong and tell them to go fuck themselves by becoming a
I'm
superior
in her-
She's
person.
also royal. That means she got that. She's paid. She's paid. She can take care of you. Asuna came from a broken down church. That man is gonna have the best clothes and potatoes he's ever gonna want his entire
Them
life.
Hot potato.
He's gonna have the best potatoes
No,
ever.
he's still going for the nun, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, he's never.
What a
he's
fool.
never.
No,
He's
he
never
that's
gonna not
Really?
be
It's
allowed
still
to
a
her.
concept?
yeah.
He's
Till
never.
this day.
Stand him as
Till
a main
this
character.
day.
I just can't fucking stand
More
it.
reason why
That's good.
Noel should be number 4 just because I can't convince a single guy to pay attention.
That's fine. It's okay. It's okay.
All right, so number 3, we definitely agree. The Dr. Stone Girl, for sure.
So now has the real test. The real test.
Man.
We're talking about a leader, right? This is for number 1, right? We're talking about a leader
Hero.
at the age of
hero.
11
Girl.
who is a girl. Yeah, thank you, Scott. I like that way
Female
much.
lead.
Raftalia
Strong
saved her
female
village, if I remember correctly, right? Oh.
So are we talking about somebody who was
I know I am.
somebody who was kind of enslaved?
Build up a story.
Is that what you're saying? Somebody who was enslaved and broke out of
They
slave
both
men?
were slave.
Right, that's what I'm
Just let you
saying.
know, man. The same.
Right.
way.
One was a
Somebody who-
comfortable
Just
slave.
saying.
Somebody
How
who's
comfortable?
very comfortable.
Yeah, they were so happy till they found out that like what
They
was going
didn't
down.
even know that we're slaves.
She was an activist.
That's
Hold
a great
up.
fucking point. Like,
What was your point?
they didn't know they were slaves.
Until they were until they
they
won.
found out, right.
Exactly.
All right, so up to the age of what, 9?
11.
11.
Emma was
You know,
11.
Things were Gucci. Raftalia, not so Gucci.
She saw her
At
parents.
all.
She saw her parents get killed, and then she was enslaved.
And had her leave her friend behind.
This man.
Hey man,
And her
that's the
friend
time I wake up
died.
for work. All right.
Oh,
well,
you don't go to work tonight, right?
no, I don't.
Thank God.
Silence your phone, my God.
Yeah, that's exactly.
went through
It's an
this.
alarm. You can't
Alarm
change
is not
that.
notifications. I'm sorry. Okay.
right.
But yeah, that's true. Fine.
He was actually trying to bring some jingle to your life, you know.
Look. Yes, I'm not gonna disagree that
Raftalia.
Reptalia should be number 1. I'm not gonna disagree. I just got to build up a momentum for the show. Okay.
That's okay. Go for it, man.
We can't all be all rainbows and candy at all time. We gotta
No
try.
one is. I don't ever come in here with rainbows and candy. I don't even.
I mean,
I would
Eat
love
candy.
if you did sometimes.
is that
Am I supposed to read your thoughts? Why don't you
The
ask?
Halloween episode, just come in here with bags of candy. Like,
I like banana yellow taffy. Okay.
You're the only guy who like banana yellow
Oh,
taffy.
you know what it is?
Ew.
Growing up, we never did like Halloween. So I always got everybody's reject candies that felt bad for me. Look, oh, you weren't allowed to go trick or treating. It's some yellow Starburst, some taffy, and some fucking malt whoppers. And to this day, I fucking that shit. To this day.
All the candy corn.
Jay, how do we compare these two rightfully? There has to be some qualities. We got to stand them up, tail of the tape, you know. One's like
What if we just
4'11".
let them fight each other? Let them fight each other, because then we'll know
Really?
who wins.
We're really gonna do that? We
Let them fight each other.
You know damn well we cannot do that.
No, we'll give Emma prep
Rose
time like
trained
Batman.
to
It's
be
fine.
a sword. She was literally trained. A support
She was a living
slave,
weapon.
well, however you want to put it. She was bound to a man that she was forced to too. Emma, out of her own free will, was woken after she saw what happened to the
Remember though, she got rid of that spell. She's under her own will, isn't
no,
she?
it took
No, she's on it still, but she wants to be.
Yeah,
under
but she
it.
wants to be under
But the
it. She's
first time-
willfully a slave.
The second time, but the first time, it was like, this is how you get her. Remember?
Yeah, but he only
He
used
had to
it on
follow
her
the
one time to
concepts.
save her life.
But-
Literally to save her
And
life.
and out of her own will, was forced to learn to use a sword, to be the sword, in order for him to get level up. Let's not forget that she
wanted
was
to
there.
be. She wanted to be. He fed her first meal. She was
After-
like, "Yo, I can
He
eat
said,
this
what
kid's
do you
meal."
want to
Look,
eat?
look.
What do you want to
Okay,
eat?
okay,
what they're
okay.
having
No,
over
no,
there?
no, no.
And get me the cheapest steak
Let's
for me and
not do
water.
that. Let's not glide episode 3 and 4 like it did not happen. All right, we know how he got Raptilia. It was a contract. Blood. She was a slave to the Shield Hero. Okay,
She was also sick and dying.
She was.
She was very much gonna die.
And he saved her life. I got that. She was
Can't
forced to use a sword in order for her to earn her meal. All I'm saying is, I'm not disagreeing that she
you
should
know
be
what?
number one, but I'm just saying that Emma, once she was woke, out her own free will, wanted to save nearly everybody. She only could save a certain few, but she also gave certain instruction to the youngest one, who was also woken, and allow him to be the next leader for the new generation. While she leads, she was like freaking Moses,
All right.
guys. Like
Moses?
she led the people
You
to
son
the
of a bitch.
what?
I'm in. Emma's number one for me, man. All right.
No,
you turncoat.
You
are a
some really
turncoat.
compelling points. She was as a leader, as someone she was.
Okay.
envisioned. She was inspired. She believed.
Yeah, she was very much about her business. Okay.
Wasn't
And I-
Raptalia your pick?
Raptalia's my pick. She had the best character
You ain't even gonna
development.
support your pick?
No, I think she had some of the best character development. But as far as being the most altruistic and being a fucking hero,
impactful woman of
and
2019.
being like
Emma.
she did so much heavy lifting. Emma did so much heavy lifting.
Raptalia's holding this dude up the whole time.
She
Literally
holding
picked up
sword.
bricks. That's real lifting. What did Emma do? Nothing. She ain't lifted nothing.
Motherfucker, I'm
She
being honest
hides
with you.
supplies. She
Yo,
found
if
the
this
secret
was
room.
Me and my sister watching the show stressed the fuck out.
She
Like,
cut
yo,
out her own ear, guys. Like, how can we
when
forget
Ray was finally
that?
about to light himself on fire, we're like, good,
Did
you
she
burn
not
this
lost a
motherfucker.
tail?
Reptilia.
Did she lost a tail?
Reptilia literally
Lost a tail.
saved her village by bringing the Shield Hero back to that place where that's their home now. That's their base.
Okay,
So in sense, she also saved everybody.
in the anime series.
and several villages on the way there.
Okay, in the anime series, yes, the Rising Shield Hero did brought the prophecy of her people at the end. Kudos.
Prophecy
I
fulfilled.
feel like honestly,
Prophecy
bro,
fulfilled.
We don't want to eat up into too much time, but this is very much polarized at 3v2.
I remember
Like-
This is a
Reptilia.
I knew she was.
hard to
I remember-
I just had to do it for the show, okay? Like, I had to do it for the show.
Listen, I remember Reptilia going head on against monsters, demons, everything. Emma ran away.
Oh, to fight another day.
A
man.
little
I agree
girl.
with what
You're
he's
really
saying.
saying
It's also unfair to say
lived
it
to
that
see
way.
another day.
a little girl who's trying to not only save her.
Reptilia was a little girl. She leveled up.
Yeah.
I'm sorry
Not
that
everybody can turn
first of all,
adult
the
when they
storyline
level
of this
up, right?
of the Promised Neverland doesn't focus on level up or magical power. This is like actual human beings.
Raptalia was there.
It could have been like one of your
Yeah, bro.
relative being in that situation, and she was smart enough to be like,
Damn.
Yeah. So, all right, that's decided. We
It's a
really need to
democracy.
start moving.
Let's move it.
So we
Emma was Harriet Tubman. I said it.
Yeah.
Moses, Harry Tubman. Who else is she? Who else is she?
Malcolm X.
Wow.
Martin Luther King.
Wow. Okay.
She's Professor X, Magneto.
She was all of that in a little girl who believed in the vision of Norman.
With-
Not enough.
With nothing but her
number one,
wits
though,
and
man.
her fucking balls.
That-
Because she's got
no
bigger balls
power,
than anybody in this
no
fucking
contract.
room.
You know what?
No
though?
weapon.
I'm gonna say it's a lie, and I'm just
Her
gonna
balls are way
do
bigger than
this.
mine.
What? Whoa! No,
Damn.
just throw this in there,
Fuck
okay?
me.
Because like at the end of the day, Raftalia literally faced her fears of that demon dog who killed her parents in order to avenge them. Was it the same demon? No, but she faced her fears and like prevailed. So that was 100% like breaking out of it.
And she's constantly making sure this dude's in check
Yeah,
because
she brought somebody out of the dark side.
if he's
we get
not
it.
in check, there's gonna be a
I don't know
blood
how many
dragon
times I have to
going
say like
rampant,
I
you
did it
know.
for the show. Like I knew she was gonna win first place, but I'm just like I'm making an argument for Emma as much as I could.
She's
mad
one of
you
the few
turned like
female
that.
roles I look forward to seeing in an anime. You know what I mean?
Sadly, we're only gonna get season 2 of the anime in October 2020, starting of The Promised
It's gonna be a
Neverland.
great season.
It's
too.
gonna be a
Yeah,
great
I'm
season.
good on that
Next year's
manga.
looking
We'll
mad
do that
good.
January, right?
Start
We
in
agree that's
January.
gonna be
We're reading the manga as a group.
Ninja
and then-
Scroll?
Shield Home Mount.
Yeah, we're it's like a book club.
Well, we used to do it back in season 1 and 2.
like
It's
a
called
book
Ninja Scroll.
Yeah. Good.
So-
Reading club.
So it,
Can't do that, man. Have fun, guys.
no
Good
problem.
luck, man.
All right, let's go.
Okay. So
Number one
Are we going
For
for
what?
top fight or top anime of the year?
Raftalia.
for female role.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
yes.
Ralph Tyler is definitely number one.
Congratulations. I
The waifu
always
of
believe in you.
2019.
Yeah.
Alright.
She's
I
wifey.
always believe in her. I just had to defend Emma as much as I could.
Next year,
Everybody
Emma.
likes furries, that's why too.
Hopefully.
Everybody got that
Honorable
little fur
mention
feel.
to Rio Lioness from
Wow.
Is it? Yeah.
No, honorable mention should go to Esso from Fairy Tail. Like she went through a lot, and she was the strong.
100
I'll even agree with the
minutes.
4 seasons I watched that she was definitely a good female role.
And
There was like a time skip of what, a year or two time skip, and she wasn't part of it. She stood and like protected everybody while they all like progressed and had like a huge gap. So their powers increased and hers didn't, and she was still stronger than everybody else.
Crazy.
Oh damn.
because she got it from her mama.
She did get it from her mama. Yeah,
She did it from
AF.
your mama.
She got it from. All right, guys. That was a hell of.
Yo, man, we love women. It's all right. It's
Yeah, I
cool.
agree.
Respect
Strong
them.
women.
Yes,
Equality.
yes, strong women. On
Yes.
top of that, yes.
Equality. All right, so
We're like
top 5
Saiyans, okay?
anime of 2019.
Who
Top what?
Top 5 anime of 2019. So this time, as a group, we're gonna mention. Should we like mention 5 each and then just pick 5?
No.
I think we're gonna all
all
agree
gonna
on a
go for-
lot of the same ones. Like,
And these are the upcoming shows, not upcoming 2019 shows.
Only
Just to
one
clarify.
season, only one season.
Oh,
So we should
new
mention
season, yep.
We should
They
mention
started
3.
in 2019.
So you mentioned 3. If you mention one of the ones that I was gonna mention, then I'll mention a
Really?
different
No,
one.
everyone should just have a top 3 in their head,
Top
and
3.
then top 3 in your head, and then if you pick one, then you just go default to your next.
All right, so let's do this. Like, somebody just write down the names and then
Already
put a
got my
check
top
mark
3.
right next to it so we could.
yeah, I like already like I had this talk with Matt, and it's like pretty much it's the census like across the board. There's no change honestly for anybody else.
All right, cool. So let's go back, starting with Monty, and work our way around the table. Monty?
Say the one everyone's thinking. Just say it so we can get it off the
I
list.
don't want to be that guy.
No, just
Just
be
be
that
the
guy.
guy.
Dr. Stone.
Yeah, I'm about to say Dr. Stone. Everybody loves Dr. Stone. It's
Dr.
amazing.
Stone is fucking incredible.
Yes, easily.
Yeah, I mean,
You get
it's
2 more.
going on there.
Just
So my
mention-
top
Just leave it
3
at 2.
are Demon Slayer, Shield Hero, and Dr. Stone.
Yep, that's I'm all about that. That's all right. What was that?
Oh,
Okay.
we're
Technical
good.
difficulties, okay.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Whatever.
All right.
No, I'm right there with you, man. I pick those, but I thought we were doing 5.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not sure why we're stopping
Oh,
at
okay.
3.
Two.
Oh, all
Because I was
right.
gonna say Vinland Saga. I'm all about Vinland Saga.
All right,
and that.
Vinland's dope. Vinland's dope.
So, and what was it? When I was talking to Matt, he said Fire, but he's not here, so his opinion.
No,
doesn't
Fire.
matter.
I do enjoy
I
Fire.
like.
Yeah,
but
I
just
enjoy
feel like
Fire
those are
Force
like
as well.
the 5. Well, actually, honest minus Vinland Saga because that's like a sleeper.
Dude,
If
that's
you don't have
low
Amazon
key.
Prime, nobody knew
No,
about
they
this
don't.
shit.
Are you fucking with Dororo yet?
It's all over YouTube
I
at the
have
same
it
time.
on there, and I just found out and realized it's a remake of an original old anime. Like that's come out before. Like it's one of those old ones, kind of like 8-Man, Kashan, like Gigantor, all those other ones. It's like an old one, so it's like a
The Vinland.
new Durororo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
and it's on my list. I'm actually pretty excited to go see it. The animation looks great, but Vinland just like is something inside. I didn't even know about it until my buddy Joe told me about it because he's super into Viking stuff, man. He's like, yo, this is Viking anime, and then Matt I think also might have told me, and then my other buddy was just like, yo, I'm reading this manga called Vinland Saga. Check it out. What is this Vinland Saga, yo? And
Yeah, my friend put me on the same.
Done. I was ready.
Oh, I didn't believe him how hype he was about it, and then when I saw it, I was like, yeah, this is.
I think
really,
by the
really
time
good. The intro
watch
of the
it-
first episode got me immediately.
Really? I
We're
think
gonna-
it took me like
fucking
5
love that shit,
episodes to
dude.
get vested.
Really, man, I was all in it.
I mean, I was all hyped up. At your house, we just watched the opening.
Yeah,
and I was
that's right.
like, I'm in. Like, I don't know what
Yeah,
this
you can
is.
even hear
but I'm in.
Josh watching it. He's
I'm
like, "Oh my god! Oh, they're
Yeah.
getting obliterated!
And then I
Oh
went,
god!"
and I think there were we didn't know that we're releasing new episodes as they went by.
Yeah, I know what I heard
so
you guys talking about it. Yeah,
you
yeah,
were
it was
like, oh, there's more episodes. Like,
That
you watched
night.
like 12, right? And I was like, oh, it's only 17. So I went, and then I've been watching.
Thought it was gonna be like a one shot.
No.
It just continues.
It's supposed to be 24 episodes, I think,
Yeah.
for the season.
So
But there's
good.
definitely going to be more.
So
because
good.
my buddy who reads the manga is just
So good.
so much stuff going on.
right.
Ridiculous.
All right, so what are the agreeable 5 so far?
So I guess Demon Slayer, Shield, Doctor Stone, Vinland, and I'm gonna say Fire Force.
All
I have a
right.
different fifth one.
No, the Promised
Ooh, yeah,
Neverland.
okay.
Wow.
Oh yeah, Promised Neverland. Oh, top new, yeah.
I was gonna
Sorry.
mention Promise Neverland.
Promised
Neverland.
Neverland
Neverland
over Fire Force.
But that's what
No,
like,
we're just gonna just name them, list them real quick, and then we just.
what about you? Top 5.
Man, I just all of those are pretty much in, man, yo. Except for I don't want to pick Fire Force. I didn't want to pick Fire Force just because I was thinking about it. I want to pick Fruit Basket.
Fuck
I love
Fire.
that fucking anime so much.
You guys gotta
do.
get out
Fire
of
Force.
my head. Get
Oh,
out
you,
of my
you
head.
why don't you
please.
watch it, dude? It's really good,
Like-
man. It's actually super good right now.
I'm sure it's good, but not as a top 5. That's what I'm
Maybe-
saying. There was
you know,
so
this
much
might
good
be-
stuff this year. There was
That's
so much
fair.
good stuff this year that it's just.
Maybe read it instead.
Yes.
Reading it might be a lot better than watching it if that's the case then. Because then you can just a couple pages.
What about you, Jay? Do you have any?
Well,
Every
you
time I
guys
want
are.
to talk about it, I just.
You guys
stop
already
myself.
mentioned the Promised
Because you
Neverland.
don't want to say anything good. It's okay.
Senpai
man.
here mentioned Fruit Basket. I'm
Loving
gonna
it.
mention Given, No Guns Life, and the Bunny Senpai. That was this year or last
that
year?
was the year before because
The
it
year
got
before?
nominated last year for stuff.
It was really good.
Rascals. If you haven't watched Rascals, watch it. So
And
fucking good.
for the heck of it,
So
I'm
Hold
just
up.
There's
Put
so
another-
many other shows.
put another
Hold
check
up.
mark
It's
on
killing
Dr.
me.
Stone.
Hold up.
It's not a commitment though.
This
It's
has
not a
to
commitment.
count. Yeah, because was it this year? Baki, like super.
That was the
slept on.
second
But it's
season.
not-
of
No,
it's
but then
not
the
a
first
new.
season come out though.
Technically,
year?
no. I mean, the thing is that
I know it's
technically
old.
the 3rd season of Baki. Technically,
Okay.
you really
Okay.
want to get
Hey,
about
don't
it.
get technical. Don't get technical. Then I gotta change my list.
Wait,
No, it's
wait,
upcoming.
wait,
It's
wait,
just
wait.
upcoming, guys.
No,
Just-
I'm just talking about Baki in general. It's technically the 3rd season.
Yeah, I
right?
know, man, because they
And
had like
then-
the originals.
And then the 2nd season that was released in the United States, that's technically part of the 1st season that was released in
That's
Japan.
true, that's true.
Because Netflix is trying to milk this, so they're making it like 2 seasons. They're making it into 4 seasons for the U.S.
When you binge it the way I did, it just didn't matter.
Right.
The way I just soaked
Hey.
into it. Yeah, it was so good. Okay.
All right, Juan.
So that
Muhammad
excluded.
Ali. Oh,
Muhammad Ali Jr.
yeah. So I mean, I don't think that my list really changes much. It's Shield Hero, Vinland,
Yep.
Demon Slayer, Promised Neverland, Doctor Stone. Those are kind of my
man.
my top picks. There's a lot of good anime that I watched this year that was like continuous seasons, so they don't really count for this list. There is an anime that I didn't get to watch this year, but it's definitely my next pick, and I think it's like Beastars. I think that's what it's called. That's definitely.
It looked interesting. I saw some cool things on the internet.
man.
Never mind, man.
You remember the show back in the day?
Oh, the one with the live action one?
Yes. We can do that. Sorry.
You done there, sure?
We shared a moment. You just showed him the mood on your
I'm not
phone.
in the frame. I'm not in the frame. You're in the frame right now. So like,
Thank you, sir. But if there was something else that I will kind of give it like an honorable mention, it'll be how heavy are the weights that you're lifting. Just because it's been a fun fucking anime. It's very different to the shit that I usually
So
watch.
sleeping on it right now.
Yeah.
I want
finished
to
it?
watch it, honestly,
I haven't finished
so
it,
bad.
but it's really like so far it's been fun. So like that's completely different than what I
I
usually
should have
watch.
mentioned that one.
And yeah, that's my
I
list.
just added that
but
to my
that's your
list because
top,
of you talking
though?
about
No,
it.
my top, literally, I just said it was the same picks. My Shield Hero, Demon Slayer, Vinland Saga, Promised Neverland, and Dr. Stone.
Yeah.
All right, so let's just rank those out, and then we could talk about.
Wait, unless Josh.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Josh. I'm like
Oh,
I
no, I
snubbed
mean-
you right there. My bad.
It's to me it's Vinland, Dr. Stone, Shield Hero, definitely Promised Neverland. I just can't think of another one that I thoroughly enjoyed to name a fifth, to be honest.
No Demon
Sorry,
Slayer. He's like, no, you know
Hold
what it
on.
is? I
So
feel
I'm
like it's the fan base that
Yes.
kills you.
It is.
Yeah.
It really is
Yeah.
because I enjoy it so much. You know what? Yeah, throw it on there for me too.
It's okay, man. That's how I felt. I want to let you know, man. That's how I felt about like Naruto and Bleach back in the day when the hype of revolved around those animes. They were
Hyping it
like,
up way too much.
yo, people would just. That's all they wanted to watch. That's all it was. I was like, guys, there's like better anime out there than this trash. And I just kept calling it trash because I didn't watch it. I was like, I'm not gonna do this.
I just enjoyed it in such small doses versus a lot of other anime, and they're rapid episodes. You know.
So yeah, that's real good. So let's start with naming the top 5. Let's go with 5th place real quick.
Sure.
So, for me, top 5, number 5, I want to nominate upcoming anime of 2019.
Promise Neverland, right?
No,
Yeah, it's gonna be on the
no. Okay, this is why I'm not gonna put Promise Neverland again. To me, Promise Neverland is not my number 1. That's
Okay,
my personal
all right,
opinion.
okay, good,
My
good,
personal
good.
opinion is that Promise Neverland is number 1. Would it be number 1 in this award show? Maybe not. Maybe it'd be top 3. Who knows? But I'm gonna give it to Fire Force because Fire Force definitely has the same chemistry or the same storyline similar to Black Clover, Dragon Ball. A lot of the show that we usually watch. You know what I'm saying?
It's a typical show.
So because of the formula in the character development being similar, that's why I would like it to be number 5.
Okay, I got you. I just want to say shout out to Blue Exorcist because this show got me watching Blue Exorcist.
Blue Exorcist.
I had never heard of it, and I was like, all right, let me
Blue
do it.
Exorcist is great. I can't stand it compared to Fire Force because it's from the same studio.
Wait, you didn't like Blue Exorcist?
No, I love Blue
Oh,
Exorcist.
okay. Well,
That's
man,
why
I'm sorry.
I don't
I
like
misheard
Fire
that
Force.
completely wrong.
Yeah, no, that's why I don't like them.
That's oh man, that's crazy. Yeah, that's all right though, man. I'm okay with that. I'm gonna support you and let you do your thing, man. Yeah, I have nothing on that.
So anybody else against Fire Force being number 5 for 2019? Okay,
Professor's
Fire-
coming in.
Sorry, I really needed to pee.
Oh, that's fine.
Hey man, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Right. And just because I feel like there are other anime.
I'm still listening.
Right. So when it comes to my ranking, I think that when you have an anime that the first season has not ended, it's very difficult to have a picture of what it's gonna end up looking like and how to rank it. Like for me, I love Vinland, but the fact that it has not ended yet today, like it messes a little bit with how I'm gonna rank it.
Yep.
I'm also I was really excited about Dr. Stones, and once the season ended, I was just kind of like, it just went down a couple of
Just because the
bumps
season
for me.
ended?
No, the way that it ended.
Oh, I'm about to say it's like-
Before the season ended, I was like ranking it much higher, and then once it ended, I was like, it was a good season. It's solid, but it's really just setting up things for next season. Like I'm much more excited.
It wasn't
for
like
next-
an in-your-face kind of finale.
right, and
at
it
all.
wasn't like nothing. Like I knew exactly what was gonna happen in the last episode. We were gonna see those two characters that from the beginning they sort of disappear.
Oh, didn't I call it with
Right.
the grave?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I called it with the grave.
Right,
I was,
and then-
that's the one thing I was excited about.
I
I was like,
knew
there
that's-
was something there.
I knew that somebody was gonna be listening to them, like trying to keep an eye on them, like figure it out. So there's some kind of spy checking on them. I didn't see the whole like record player, like vinyl record thing playing, but to me that was kind of like it just. I don't know, like maybe the song didn't hit me the way that everybody else. It was just kind of like just not for me.
Yeah, I thought the episode before it was actually a lot better.
Yes.
They could have just said,
Way
hey,
better.
we made this
Everybody
cell
working
phone
together and like high
good.
fiving each other, and it was just
like, hey,
But-
Yeah, definitely not season finale material, but it was a nice breath of levity from like going like so science heavy. Like, hey guys, there's this thing.
Yeah,
called
there was a
art.
lot in that
Very
final push.
educational, and the reason why I disagree of it being number 5.
I'm
Sure,
not making that number 5. Hell no.
nah, that can't be number 5.
Hell no.
It definitely a 4-3 in my book
Ooh,
because
man,
Oh, okay. Chill.
We're gonna get there. Go ahead.
Yeah, sure. For the education, for the artwork, for the whole idealism of a post-apocalypse type of anime. We've seen many different ones before, but Dr. Stone style and start from scratch, the build-up, you know what I'm saying? Those type of things sold it to me more than Fire Force. Because again, I know you stepped out when I presented the argument of Fire Force being number 5. It's just like the formula is the same.
Oh, I don't think that Fire Force should even be in the top 5.
Ooh.
I'm
I
sorry.
agree.
Maybe people misunderstood what I was saying.
Oh,
That's exactly
okay.
what I meant.
Oh, shit.
I meant Fire Force should not be on the top 5.
Oh, we all didn't have an agreement on our top 4 were all the same, minus me from the province of Neverland. I could care less about that. To be honest, yeah, I'm sorry, guys.
Jesus Christ,
I
you
thought
came
that
with
was
like a
literally the
katana just to like
province.
swing,
Oh yeah,
swing.
man. They're just kids, man. I'll throw them outside. It's fine.
Kids who were woken and had a drink. Oh,
Yo, man,
okay.
did you? All right, here's my thing. All right, and I know Monty see it, man. Did you watch Darling in the Franxx?
The one about the androids and
The
the,
butt piloting?
Butt piloting. Did you watch that?
I made that killer meme about it. Come on.
I know you did, but
That's funny as
are
hell.
we saying that's like top 5 or something?
I want to
Like,
let you know that's literally Promised Neverland with mechs. Just want to let you know that.
but
it's literally
these kids
Promised
don't have
Neverland.
mechs. They only got the brains.
I know,
Bitch,
but it's
I'm in.
it's just Promised Neverland.
It's like
with mechs.
Megalobox. We fell in love with Gearless Joe because he did not have no gear.
Listen. That's a totally different. We can't put. That's like.
How can I not bring this to
He's
the
like,
It's
how
argument?
like
dare
gold-plated
you?
shit and diamonds. You can't talk about 2 different things like that.
Oh, no.
Megalobox is like a diamond, and then you're gonna bring Promised Neverland. It's like gold-plated.
Promised Neverland is also like a platinum. My God, this thing is really, really solid.
Listen, again, if you make poop platinum, it's still poop.
No,
It's not
I
a
mean,
diamond, yo.
It's still
not a
poop.
It's still poop.
Technically has enough carbon if it was only to be compressed. No, I'm just
That's
just-
why Dr. Stone needs to be number 1.
So I mean, like, hey, I'm not gonna throw that at number 1 like that. But
If
okay,
you are going to put Promise Neverland up against these, I would definitely put it at number 5.
Yeah.
Promise. Okay.
No,
wait.
Fire Force
What?
in there. Fire Force. Promise
No,
Neverland.
I
Promise Neverland had
literally-
very
I
good-
agree.
literally-
Fire Force should not be in this. I think
literally
Promise Neverland was
kicked
better.
out- I kicked out. Like, to me, I don't think Fire Force.
Okay, so again, there's 5 of
It's
us.
just top
Alright.
4 then.
It's between
Just
2
top 4. There's
nominations,
no top
right?
5.
So the top 5, I guess we've established is going to be Demon Slayer, Shield, Dr. Stone, Vinland, and then I guess we've established the Promised Neverland.
Well,
is
yeah,
number
yeah.
5.
It's again, man. It's a
Wha-
good
how?
anime. It's just not a great.
That's not how the ranking is. Whoa.
I'm the first motherfucker at this entire fucking table that was like, yo, man,
He's the
this
turncoat.
Fire Force was
Yeah,
pretty
he
fucking
was.
good, man.
He was.
And everyone's like, then you got on. You're like, all right, it's all right. It's animation. Could use some work, but it's
So
cool.
we're saying between Promise Neverland.
If you think about it, we just named list 5 and then Fire Force.
It's like
It's
number
not
6.
5. It'll be like 6 or 7. Like, that's just how it is, and we can all agree that definitely Fire
That's
Force.
4. That's
is
4
not-
out of 5,
Yeah, man.
man.
It's
Because,
not.
like-
It's not in the top 5.
All right, so fuck me. All right,
a-
so we're just saying that
Fuck
what you
you.
just said. That's the ranking for top 5.
No. That's not what we're saying. We're saying we're picking between those 5.
The list is gonna consist of those 5.
Yeah.
And you guys say the Promised Neverland is number 5.
No, I was actually saying
not number
Doctor
5.
Stone
We're just
should
saying
be.
those are our 5.
Yeah,
Those
okay.
are our
Well,
5
Promised
shows.
Neverland.
We'll agree. We'll argue.
Those are our
We'll
5
argue.
shows to argue between.
But I'm still okay. So I'm still on number 5.
He wouldn't have said that if he hasn't been watching Dr. Stone.
Number 5. So the 5 to choose from are Demon Slayer,
Right.
Shield Hero, Dr. Stone, Vinland Saga, and Promised Neverland.
Okay, so that's one. I'm like,
So Jay, give me your 5.
are we doing number 5? Like who's
Right
ranked?
now.
up?
Who's your number 5?
Just to you, what's out of all those 5? Which one is
Who's your number 5?
Your
Yeah, I'm
number
glad
5.
you guys are in the same page as me because that's what Fire Force got kicked out. Got that.
Yeah.
Boom. All right.
Cool.
So, like I said, Promised Neverland is number 1. So that
number 5. See, he's
no, sir, chill, chillax. All right, chillax. Vinland Saga is definitely questionable.
How dare you?
Whoa.
What are
Dr.
you-
Stone,
Dr. Stone?
number 5.
Whoa.
Number 5.
Number 5? Oh, wow. Okay.
Stone.
You just
Is that-
want to talk about compressing carbon. It
Is
should be
that
number
you?
1.
That
Come
is
on,
my
man.
number 5 just because I think it's a great show, but every single one of these shows is a great show.
All right.
Yeah, that's
Same.
unfortunate.
I'm just.
Oh, Stone for number 5 from JL.
Ooh, that's not fair.
Alright,
The
what's-
census is already
what's
in,
your
man.
number 5?
I picked Promised Neverland, man.
Okay.
Wait, it's already three
It
out
is.
of the
I mean,
5.
but I still
Oh,
want to
yeah.
hear the opinion. I want to hear what his
Yeah, so
opinion.
that's
What were you
very
gonna be
cool.
in? What was it going to be at 5?
You're still part of the group regardless of what you say.
I respect your choice.
Finland.
Fuck you.
Whoa!
What? Yo,
Blasphemy.
I'm not. Yo,
Blasphemous.
yo, I knew that was coming. That's why I wanted to make the argument
you
of
been
it being
watching
number
it?
4.
Watching it?
Yeah, it just takes so long for me to get into it, man.
It took 5 episodes for you to be like invested. He's still a Kage. Chill.
Get the fuck out of your own house, right?
You know what? I'm taking my lights.
Take the table.
It is.
Put everything on the floor.
You can't go home.
Okay, so it's established. Let's bring some order, right? Order. All right. So it's established. 3 out of 5. It goes to Dr. Stone. Number 4.
so ridiculous.
I nominate
Crazy.
Vinland Saga. Number 4.
What?
Number 4.
No.
Fight me.
Is
Fight
Guys,
me.
I'm
listen.
about to.
Fight
Promise.
me. Yeah, I'm
Listen,
like-
promise. Neverland.
okay.
Promise Neverland number 4. Get that
Okay.
shit out of here. I want
2.
it out at 5.
Alright.
This shit
out
better
of
not-
spite, it's
this-
okay.
No, it's not
But
a spite. It's
It's
can
okay,
fill me in for
but
a
I'm
PN.
hoping that
Huh?
2020
You can fill me in for a
vote Promise
PN.
Neverland.
Promise Neverland.
Actually,
never gonna happen.
it
Oh,
can't.
well, it could, man. Season 2 might be.
I mean,
really
like
good,
for
man.
the actual Crunchyroll award, I hope it wins.
Oh, that's not happening.
Yeah, but
It's
for
gonna be the most biased
2020,
awards ever.
Damn.
Oh, it is. You know, honestly, if Promise Neverland's on there, I think it's probably got a really high chance of winning.
It's gonna get a super high chance.
Oh, big time, man.
You know, but it's really low on the popular list.
all right. So
Really?
Vinland
I
Saga.
feel like it's gonna be a
It's in like a
sleeper.
bottom corner.
Look,
Yep.
the reason
It's
why
gonna be a
Vinland
secret,
Saga I'm voting for number 4 is just for the fact that it took a while for the build up. It's not about the action. I get that. The storyline.
Oh, yeah.
It was good, but it was a little bit confusing to know who was like the main character of this story. You know what I'm saying? And then added on
it was
different elements.
deception. It was well written.
Well, cool.
That's
Kudos.
character
If I
development.
want to see that, then I would watch Game of Thrones. But anyway,
No,
like,
because
No,
Game of
because you know it
Thrones-
took way longer.
Game of
in Game of
Thrones-
Thrones.
that's my point.
Because
It
Game
took
of
a while.
Thrones is not based on history.
I'm gonna say
Well,
this too. I'm
Vinland
gonna say
Saga
this
it is.
too.
Dr.
Game of
Stone
Thrones
was about
garbage.
freaking science, and we still put it in
I'll
number
fight anybody
5.
for that.
Who?
Game of Thrones is garbage. I'll fight anyone. I just want to throw that
Dude,
out there.
I agree with you on that too.
Never watched it,
Season
so
1 to
how
4
would you
was
have an
great.
opinion on
Season
it?
5 was
I'm gonna use
trash.
Juan's
There you
line.
go.
I'm gonna use Juan's line. Have you read the manga? Have you read the book? Have you read
No,
the
I don't want to read a 1,600-page book about nonsense.
I got Audible, bro. I got Audible,
That's a lot
dog.
of
Okay.
I got
That's-
shit.
that's-
Out of order,
lot
out
of
of order, guys. Let's focus.
My bad.
Vinland Saga took a while to know who's the main character. The build up took a while. I gotta wait. I gotta wait for season 2 to know if the guy really
3 or 4
avenging his
actually.
It was
father or
like
not.
3 or 4 episodes. It wasn't that long.
Even finding out who the main character was,
think you're
all the
being
other
really
side
unfair.
characters
But
are
like at
amazing.
least in the Promised Neverland, I know who are the main character. I know who is the villain. I know the goal. I know what's the. I know
It's a
everything
very
right from
simplistic-
within
It
1
is.
to 2.
It
Straight
is.
up.
It's over. It's a straightforward shot. It's like they tell you everything.
That's
you
the
know?
lack of development.
I'm
Yes.
not. I'm not saying I didn't
But how
enjoy.
they escaped was the development point of it. That's why Vinland Saga. You have to figure out who it was, and then invest on the
To
character.
be fair, here's the thing. Have you finished?
Didn't you all cry for Thor?
Are you caught up?
Didn't y'all
Hell,
cry for
fucking
Thor?
yeah, I did.
Doris is my fucking dude.
That's why it's a
I
good
love
show.
the show. It's just
That's
my
how I
number
felt about
5.
Norman.
So-
Sorry, guys.
And Norman's sacrifice was not in vain.
Yo, you don't know if he
don't know
sacrificed. So
if
let's
he's
be
dead.
real here. Let's all be real
you.
here.
No.
Thank you.
He did. We do not know, and I'm gonna stick to my theory is that your boy is not dead whatsoever.
Exactly.
Are you reading
Dead.
the manga?
I ain't reading the
All
manga.
right, you can't tell
I
me
ain't
that.
reading the
Nah,
Are you reading the manga?
I'm about to in January.
I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
Listen. So, are you caught up on all the episodes for Vinland Saga?
Didn't I just make my argument?
I'm asking you. Are you caught up?
Sir, didn't I just make my argument?
I'm asking
That's
you.
not an answer.
That's not an answer.
We want the
Answer.
truth.
Are
And
you
nothing
caught
but
up?
the truth.
Are you?
Right. So you
I don't know.
will
That
know.
doesn't sound like a yes.
So you will know that the show has not ended.
Kinda.
The season has not ended. So you're
It's a Black
trying-
Clover, yeah.
Right. So you're trying to make a statement about a show that the season has not ended yet. So you don't know how it's gonna end.
But The Promised Land did end it with 13 episodes and it still was impactful
Right.
for me to still be arguing until this moment for it to be number
It's
one.
a different story though, in a different time period, and different.
This is a
story
democracy.
pieces.
We're
It's the only
voting.
Viking anime
Ever.
Right,
Ever.
so-
There's
so-
no other Viking
So
anime.
Scott, what is your pick for number 4?
He said Promised Neverland.
Promise Neverland, man. I'm trying to knock this thing off,
Okay.
man. Call me Google. I'm trying to knock this bitch off.
So I hate to say it to you, B. For number 4, that's 4-1, bro.
It's 4-1.
Promised
So what
It-
was your pick for number 4?
Vinland.
It was Vinland. I said
You wanna get rid
Vinland.
of Vinland.
Crazy.
All right, so we got Promise Neverland at number 4, Stone at number 5.
I know what I believe in. Shit, like
Number 3.
Vinland.
Finland.
Finland. Yeah, and the reason why I say
I'm
Finland
going with the
is
same
because
approach Scott was
the
trying to do with Promise.
season- shoot.
It's
The
good. It's all
So
good.
you're Vinland?
Yeah, and I would say Finland because the season has not ended. So
You said Finland?
it's really difficult for me to say that it's going to be better than the other two.
You were trying to
shows.
run it up really high, huh, Scott?
See, the thing here is, man, is that again,
Go ahead, make
as
your case, guy.
One
Make
of my
your
friends
case.
already ruined things for me because he reads the manga. He's told me like stuff that's happened in the future episodes
Right,
like that.
like-
we're not thinking about that, but it's hard for me to like choose knowing what I know.
If the manga goes kind of with what Thorfinn did in real life, I have an idea where he's gonna.
Oh,
end up
you
in
did
it.
research on
Oh,
this.
yeah.
huh?
It's based
Oh,
on an
wow.
actual. It's based on an actual person.
I knew there was actual like scenarios, like all the battles and places that it takes place. All that stuff is accurate. I didn't know like
it's not
that-
like 100% accurate, but it's kind of like when you watch a movie about like the Civil War, right? And you
It's
don't
like
really like
these
we have an idea, but
I
it's gonna be
activated
a
my
little-
quirk. Research.
My-
Hey,
But,
he's a professor for a fucking
Listen,
reason.
but I did a little bit of research. There used to be fun fact. There used to be a statue of Thorfinn somewhere in Philly, and I think like 2 years ago, they vandalized and they destroyed it because that was like a point where like a lot of white supremacists will hang out during the summer. So people are like, "Fuck this," and they destroyed it, which is like weird because. Like, you read a little bit about what Thorfinn did, and he was just trying to have a fucking peaceful life.
It's
He
a
did
very-
kill a bunch of fucking people on his way there, but he was trying to just
I mean, every
have a
Viking did.
peaceful, yeah.
Every Viking did, man.
He was trying to find a place.
I
where
mean,
he
the
would
Anglo-Saxon times were not easy times. Anyway,
Yeah.
I have
Conquering
a hard time.
was going on.
So my short is here. I'm having a really hard time. I'm gonna let everybody else pick, and I'm gonna be the tie
Alright.
if there's a problem. Because man, all three of these.
These
love
three
way
are
too
all in
much.
accordance for Vinland. I say Dr. Stone is my number 3.
Oh wait a minute, no, Demon Slayer still.
Oh,
on
we
there,
already
right?
picked.
Oh fuck, Demon Slayer number 3.
Okay.
We already picked Dr. Stone for.
Vinland is
fifth place,
already.
Oh, I know. I'm
number
just saying,
3.
me personally,
Oh yeah,
my
everybody picked Vinland.
ranking.
Yeah, all right, but I still
No,
wanted
it's
my
not
opinion.
everybody. The majority pick.
Majority
Vinland, so-
pick,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
rolling.
I just wanna say
Rolling
that.
so
I just
far,
wanted to get it
majority
out of there.
pick is 5 is Dr. Stone.
Yep.
4 Promise Neverland. 3 Vinland Saga, leaving 2 and 1 up to Shield Hero and Demons.
We're fighting for number 1 right now. That's what we're doing.
All right.
Let's
round one
All right. I mean,
of
as
the
mu-
final round.
Damn, this is the same thing from like the hero category, right?
Yeah.
And it's gonna end the same way. Let's go, boys.
Well, as an anime as a whole, we're looking at this, not
Yes.
the characters.
As a-
And both have finished, which is good. So there's no extra.
Which is-
added,
They
which
ended
is
their
why-
season.
Which
Yeah.
is why I couldn't get Vinland up here. Like, I really
That's
wanted Vinland
fair.
to be like my second.
You could have Promised
possibly
Neverland up
my
there.
first, right? But it wasn't once I compared it to
Could,
the
you know
others.
you want to, but you won't. Like, all right, man.
I don't know how you could
start
say
off,
it's still
JL.
continuing and then use it against the Promised Land. I'm
did-
salty.
how did we
I'm
get
salty.
here?
Yeah, I'm salty.
How did we?
I
get
told you this is going to be a
Yeah.
very energetic episode.
How did we get here? Man,
right.
Demon Slayer versus Shield Hero. I never thought it'd be down to that.
Literally sword
I was
versus
expecting-
shield.
like it.
I was
Like,
expecting
this is
Dr.
a
Stone to be
real-
up here.
I wanted Dr. Stone to be up here, guys. That's
Top.
all these were
My
they're
guy,
so hard
my
to choose
guy,
from.
it lost. All right.
I know, but it's kind of like when you go to divorce court and the judge is like, "Well, what kids do you want to take?" Because half of them goes to your wife and half of them goes to you. It's like,
They're like, none.
then you have to pick. Not only are you going to be in trouble with your kids for the ones you pick, but like on the end, you're just like, "Fuck, what if I want to take them home?" You can't. You have to choose.
Hey.
You have
Not
to choose.
have your cake and eat it too, bro. Sorry.
Yeah.
Huh?
Can't have your cake and eat it
But
too.
you know what you can
cannot.
do?
You gotta stare at it.
You can rank it on Anime Talk, which you can catch on Sundays. On Twitch. I got you, man.
Oh.
All right.
You gonna do a
Shameless
pop-up?
plug. Yeah, I'll pop in. If
right.
you'll have me.
Man. Yeah, man.
All right.
If you're gonna do that, I might just join in just so I could like mess
Get
up.
Discord, guys. Please get Discord. Everybody get
I knew he was
Discord.
gonna
Yeah,
push
dude,
for
I'm
it.
not
I got
promoting
Discord.
Discord. Discord ain't paying me to do it.
But
It
pay
is
him, though.
so
Just pay him.
hard.
Just toss us in on a third frame. We're all gonna be here together tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Alright.
Oh, it's
Wait,
like a
around the same
family
time.
photo.
He does it. He does his.
Do it later on, and then after
He does it
Okay,
between
okay.
8 to 9.
I will
Right?
not
Wouldn't
be
be
here.
available.
Yes.
I mean,
You
I
have
don't
things to
watch
do.
it
I
live.
have things to
My
do.
bad.
No, it's cool. Don't even worry about it, man.
You would plan on doing it like because they usually do it around like 8 to 9.
We can figure it out after the show.
Cool. Listen.
So number one.
Sword versus shield. Yes, this is the argument of.
Oh yeah.
Look how that ended up.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're right. Look at that.
Let's break it down to some qualities first, because they're two very different animes.
Oh, what did your nephew said on the last episode? We're gonna go by storyline. We're gonna go by artwork, and we're gonna go by what was the last one?
Basically, he mentioned two things twice, like the same thing twice. He just said different. I was looking at him and it's like, oh, we have to talk about like the animation and the artwork. And
He's
I'm like,
10.
right.
Leave him alone. That
like,
kid is amazing.
I'm trying to give him props. Like
but it was hilarious. All three of us were like,
That's the same
we
thing.
couldn't fucking keep up. We were like, what? And we gotta, yeah.
So we're gonna go by artwork. We're definitely gonna go by storyline. We're definitely gonna go. I'm gonna throw in character development. That's what he said.
I don't
Character
think we should do
development.
that.
Yes.
I don't think we
Character
should do that.
development?
I don't think we should do that. That's gonna just tip
How
it a little
so?
tough, man. Because we always think about character development. For
I mean, we're
a
talking
character.
about the leading characters
I
in
know-
their support.
We're
group.
not
you
thinking
are.
of
No,
the
we're thinking
leading
about the anime as a
characters.
whole.
The anime as a whole.
All right,
Okay.
so like the development of like the characters are gonna like tip it a little bit more though,
Yeah.
because of like
Soundtrack.
right now.
I mean,
goes
Can we think about soundtrack?
yes,
Absolutely.
music. Ooh,
Absolutely.
that's gonna be rough, man. Demon Slayer's music. Is
All
so
right,
fucking
can we
good.
say no? There was not real plot twist for Demon Slayer. Now that I think about it,
Twist, man. But
no.
the wonderful whole. Speak about what you love.
I mean,
what you love,
you already killed me down with character
I
development.
think there's a severe plot twist in Demon Slayer.
What was it?
You're missing the aspect of like forgiving the demons at the end.
Well, I just feel like
Yo,
that
that's-
comes back to who Tanjiro is as a person. He's not malicious.
Yeah, but you don't see that in animes being a concept like forgiving the enemy the way that this show portrays it. Like after this horrible demon is chopped his head off,
Yeah.
they show what they were at some point. It's I don't know.
Human forms,
Yeah.
like what they remember as humans.
Hmm.
Yeah,
What
he-
they-
Yeah, those are really.
he hit him
something,
with
man.
that Captain Obi. Shout out Fire Force Fight.
My boy.
Didn't
Fire
make it to
Force
top
lost.
5. I'm
I
sorry.
know.
Super lost.
That's all right.
Buried.
Fire Force went in the dumpster fire.
Come back next
Listen,
season.
listen.
Alongside
If
with
you
Fruit
watch
Basket. Stop
one of the
reminding me.
episodes, he literally pulls train tracks out with his bears. And he got no powers, all right? This man's just strong AF. Just want to throw that out there.
Actually,
Okay?
without the help of Vaughn, I believe he would not be able to do that too. Like when he
No, I
took
think
the
he just-
bullet, that right there was
That-
a
yeah.
G move.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, I
But
would
he
never.
ripped train tracks up with his bare hands.
He did.
Man.
That's strong.
Number one.
Yes, sword versus shield.
In connection to that anime being like that, Shield Hero is also it starts off pretty rough. It puts a guy in a really bad spot.
Yeah.
A spot you want to be in. You're known as a fucking slaver.
They're both
you're a
pretty shitty.
racist.
Can
Come
I-
home to get dead family.
Can I just kind of like throw in what I
Lay
think
it-
for
lay it on
me?
us.
For me,
Okay.
personally,
Personally, let's just do
personally,
that.
what it was like a tough pick. I had this two exactly like 1 and 2. Like I knew this is how for me it was gonna end up.
Not me.
I love Demon Slayer. I think the animation's great. The artwork is great. They did a little bit of homework. The world that they're setting up, it's beautiful. But I was never like, man, I need to know what's going to happen with these characters. Like, I need to catch up. Like, I am so engaged. Like, I want to see what's going to happen next. For me, it's The Rise of the Shield Hero. Like, to me, it is my favorite anime from this year. Just hands down. I know the animation, maybe it's a little bit lighter. Like, you have Demon Slayer, it's darker, so it pops up a little bit more. They have fancy moves and all this other shit.
They're two different studios too.
Right.
I mean, one does the Fate series, the other is doing that.
But for me, I enjoyed
I'm pretty sure I'm right about
The
that.
Rise of the Shield Hero way more. So for me, Shield Hero, number 1.
All right. Scott. Senpai Scott.
Man, that's honestly, this is real tough, man. Because honestly, I really want to say Demon Slayer, and I want to say Demon Slayer for like literally the same point you made. But one of the things that you were saying earlier is like, can we talk about soundtrack? Demon Slayer's music, every time something is going on, fits the part. I literally have like one of my buddies, man. He took
Every
like film
time-
class.
I don't know what that string instrument is that they play, but
like that little harp thing that they do, right? The Chinese like harp stuff. It sounds so cool, man. But like, if you have like a scene, if you don't have good music, to like enhance it, it's just a scene. It's nothing great. But with Demon Slayer, man, there's always great music. It's always energetic. It's always right for the right moments. It's like really good. Art style is unbelievably beautiful. Unbelievable. Like, Shield Hero is very generic. Everything looks about, the same as every other anime. This one is just like another new part to the table. I'm gonna go with Demon Slayer just on art and music alone.
All right, JL.
I am completely on board with everything he just said too.
All right.
I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful anime. Anytime he does a move,
So flashy.
Yeah,
man.
it's
All right. How
crazy
about you,
flashy.
Jay?
All right, so after listening to everybody's perspective, of course, and
Everybody? You heard everybody?
Everybody.
my bad. After hearing the majority, after like listening carefully to what so far who have spoken and going really in depth. Sorry, I looked really comfortable, but my back, it hurt. I broke my back.
Sorry, man.
Spinal. I was thinking about a few things, right? What captivate me from each respective show. Now, of course, everybody knows what's my number one, but just throwing it out there just to say it now.
Salty.
But just to be in the conversation, right? What impacted me out of the two shows? So, The Shield Hero definitely had one of the greatest opening scene I've seen in anime history so far. You know what I'm saying? That was very impactful.
I'll have to talk about that one day.
Yeah, the plot twist, everything, the build up, the motive, everything right there was great. I enjoyed it. With Demon Slayer, the opener took a while for you to be able to convince, because even if you apply the 3-minute theory, you would have lost it within those 3 minutes. If you give it within the first 2 to 3 episodes, it may get you, it may not. So
Yeah.
it right
Totally
there.
agreed.
The factor right there, I was thinking about that.
I was questioning it the whole time too. I was like, am I gonna like this or not? Am I gonna like this or not? But it hooks you eventually.
So the Shield Hero definitely, sold it to me from the start. But then I thought about, I think it was like one of the final episode for Demon Slayer where the demon himself had the lower 12 in front of him and he just murdered mercifully. You know what I'm saying?
Last episode, right?
Yep.
It was the last
I was
episode.
reading their thoughts.
Yeah,
Oh
my
my
god.
God.
Reading the
Talked about
thoughts.
that.
Oh my god.
Killing them, like the graphics too, when one of them tried to escape and end up still being dead. It was just like, wow, this is really, really good artwork. I really enjoy that. That was a real good build up. The artwork of Demon Slayer, you said it pretty well. That really pushed me towards the demon side. But then when I think about the Rise of the Shield Hero, I did like the character development. Like I said with Raphaelia, I definitely felt her. I love how she grew as a person and then be able to make her own decision after everything went through. I like that the Rise of the Shield was the janitor. Like, that's a really hard job to do.
I like that description you always give him.
He was the janitor, and he did a hell of a job finding the solution. He was a resolver, in other words. He was really quick and figure out who caused the issue to, and then be able to warm up other people from a different dimension. Listen, this is a spoiler. If you did not watch this, I'm sorry, but be able to friend with other warriors from a different dimension and try to convince and find solution of why we're having these type of moments throughout the show. I mean, you gotta give them props to that. So it's really hard to choose sword or shield. For the heck of it, I'm just gonna put pressure on Monty. I'm just gonna say a Demon Slayer.
No. It's 2 demon, 1 shield.
I'm gonna go with the Rising of the Shield then.
All right.
Oh
cool.
wow.
Just to put pressure on
Oh,
you.
you motherfucker. But just to say, good point though, I just want to let everybody know who hasn't watched Shield Hero yet, or who has. There hasn't been another anime that has hit me in the same way, because if you want to know what it's like to be, if anyone's been in an underdog situation, if anybody's been a minority in this country,
My name is Jay Aguila.
Yo, he gets the shit end of the stick, and he has to work twice as hard to get any fucking recognition.
And level
Does
ups
it
too.
so intelligently.
And it sucks because he's a fucking human, which is great about his character. He's humanized. Where like most typical anime heroes, they are going to be more altruistic. They're going to try to like put the needs of the greater good ahead of everything. He's a person. He gets caught up in his own feelings, and he's like, "Nah, fuck everybody. Fuck this. I'm out."
Yeah.
And it isn't until he's grounded with his crew. But then again, you have fucking Tanjiro on the other hand. And Tanjiro is this, he's a great hero.
He's a kid.
He's a kid. He's 14. First off, he's a beast at the age of 14 years old.
Into this argument,
Yo,
really?
Listen, in the 1800s, he was a grown-ass man. All right, don't give me that.
That's right. He was a grown man.
Grown-ass
Yo,
man.
you gotta be careful with your words because I definitely would switch it up. All right?
He was a man in his
He was a
fucking
kid.
prime at 14 back then.
I'll really switch it up, man.
Yo,
I'm salty.
By the time he was 21, he's like, yo, you need to have kids, man. You have like 6 kids by now. What the fuck? But no, man. So yeah, that whole fuck.
One thing we have to I also want to bring up to your point too. The Rise of the Shield hero, he already was put in a higher platform as a hero, meaning that's like the highest level besides.
He had expectations to live up
so
to
his expectation was supposed to be high, but because of the bad rumor, and discrimination, it brought him down for him to work the respect again. It was amazing. It was really amazing. You got to put that in factor. Tanjiro is just a kid who lived in a farm up in the mountain, and he just worked his butt off to bring vengeance to his family.
With an exquisite sense of smell and a head made of God knows what, still we don't know.
The shield hero was not allowed to level up.
He wasn't allowed to level up.
Yeah, they
all plotted against him.
Yeah, they each have their struggles, and that's what makes a really good fucking story.
And the crazy, also he needed the girl in order to get some point, but not a lot of the points increase. He get like partial, while she got all the higher numbers than him.
Look, man,
it's crazy.
All I'm saying is,
and he was the strongest one at the end.
Being number 2 is not a bad thing.
Listen.
And as
before you say it, I want you to remember too. Okay, there wasn't any bad CGI monsters in Demon Slayer, but there were a few in Rise of the Shield hero. Just like CG-ish.
Look, man,
CGI transitions.
Number 2 is the number 1 loser. Okay, so go ahead.
It's first loser, man. You can be honest.
So
I don't know if anyone's touching UFO table.
As much as I fucking
really
hate
good.
going with the fucking crowd.
It's split into 2 groups.
No, not that. But I fucking hate the fan base, like JL mentioned earlier.
If I have to be honest, that's the reason why I voted the way I voted. But
I fucking love Demon Slayer. It's like, dude, Tanjiro's the man. Besides, me and my sister watch this shit together. And let me put. I'm a dirty dubber all day, right? I've been putting this thing on the back burner for it to get a dub. It finally got the dub, but Toonami, Adult Swim, got the exclusive rights. So now it just started. I think they're on episode 8 or 9 right now, and the dub coming out weekly. I saw episode 1, just 1 episode dub, and I was like, fuck it. The whole next week, I crunched on all 26 fucking episodes. And I was like, this shit was incredible.
So if
I respect you.
I can add something to it. Also, Demon Slayer has by far some of the most original fights that I've seen in a while. The dude with the arrows, the chick with the little bouncing balls. Mm-hmm. I was like, how the fuck do you turn those into weapons? And he was just amazing.
That was scary.
I love choreograph. It was all beautiful.
You can dodge a wrench. You can dodge these.
Those are fast. If I'm like, there's a character that I really enjoy that I love. Is the shield hero.
Don't get me wrong. Naofumi did a great job. Like, he did so much heavy lifting on that. Like during all those fight scenes.
Right.
But what the hell about Philo? That's not.
No. Philo's the shit. Don't get me wrong.
She is.
But now
the next queen of the Philonian.
Whenever the big bad showed up, that's what he was
my favorite character from that whole anime.
Yeah. Actually, she was like one of my options for the women.
She would have got knocked out pretty quick.
Yeah. But really Emma made it to number 2, so I'm okay.
And then I will just go with I'll just say that. Yeah,
you said Demon Slayer, so there you go. Demon Slayer
at number 1. Demon Slayer.
Right.
Shocker.
And then I know we're getting to the time mark right now.
Oh, we are.
Top fights.
Top fights of the
Everybody
decade.
picks their favorite top fight of the decade.
This is really personal, so you guys could definitely talk it as vivid as you want. What we're gonna do, we're gonna add like a picture by picture on the YouTube so people could view that. A few segments.
So you know what? Say your piece, look into the camera, say your piece, and then I'll cut through and post, and I'll put up like a short clip.
Exactly.
Okay. My top fight is the newest Broly movie, Everybody versus Broly, pretty much.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fair.
That fight is just mind-blowing on an animation level. You've never seen anything like that. It got real trippy at some point when Gogeta came out. It was just, wow, man. And for them to revive what we knew as kids into that and to see it get done justice, it was like an emotional fight to watch. It was just like, wow. This is everything from a kid to now. Oh, and Flourish.
So glad I watched that in the movies.
Yo, same. Same.
When I went to watch it in the theater, there was only like just me and my roommate.
What?
That's awesome.
Yo, you're so lucky. I would have been
Maybe
geeking out, man.
My whole crowd was geeking out. That shit was nuts.
Everybody was like nuts. Man. So good.
I think it was like the week that it came out. A friend sent me the week that it came out. A friend immediately sent me a link. It's like, here's the whole movie in Spanish dubs. So I watched it in my house, and I was like, it was fucking great, right? And then I went with Monty to theaters, and he was like so excited. I'm like, listen, like the movie finished, and I was like, I have to be honest with you, that's my second time watching. He was just like, what the fuck? Like, he's so pissed, and I was like, yeah, I just couldn't wait, and I couldn't fucking wait,
Like,
man.
you don't
Like,
understand. Like,
And I'm watching it Espanol, son.
so I was in Spanish, I watched it in English.
you don't understand. Like, I used to date this girl, awesome girl, but I would never cheated on her, never did any of that stuff. But she had this thing where, like, you couldn't watch the next thing without her. This dude was, like, my side piece. I'll, like, buy the tickets in his name. I'd send the confirmation email to his
Professor
email.
fucked up.
He'd come, like, slide in. He'd pick me up. We get, like, merch for opening night. And I'm like, hang on to it. Just give it to me as a gift
When he
later
showed
on.
up with nothing,
Like,
how'd you feel?
And then he was like, I already saw it without you. I felt betrayed, man.
Well,
Like,
we saw
That's
it
how
at the,
divorces happen. Just let you know. That's how divorce
We
happens.
saw it at the
Eat
theater
his words.
with the fancy fucking seats that turn back.
Oh, what? You guys
That
went to the
can get
recliner
beer.
seats?
Yeah, you
What?
can get beer there too. It was fucking great.
I went to the fucking mall and it
Yeah,
was
that fight
crowded
hit me in
as
the
shitty.
feels though,
You gotta
especially
avoid them
when
all.
especially when they left Frieza alone by himself.
That was fucking hilarious.
That was
the
so
best.
fucking funny.
For an
Best
hour. Yeah,
Fair.
Cutting back and his ass beat.
Here, we'll be right back.
yeah, it's a pretty good
Deuces.
fight.
Professor, what's your
For
fight?
me, my favorite fight of the decade has to be Kakashi versus Obito.
Ay, ay, ay.
As a kid or as a grown up?
As a grown up,
Okay,
and
cool.
Shippuden, when they finally fight each other, and you see the flashbacks of their fight when they're children.
Just had to
as
get
well.
that
was actually really
clarification.
good.
Go ahead.
So good.
Because
So
it
good.
gets to a point in which they're like they can't avoid it. Like Kakashi can make him think to avoid getting to that point, and they just
Beat it
have
out of
to
you.
fight. There's nothing else, and they just give each other their best. And it goes that flashback between just like them as adults, and then when they were children, and with the music, with all like it, and there's like actually no dialogue between the two of them. There's very few lines that they actually say to each other, and it just goes nonstop. Like I fucking love it. Like that. That's still, to me, I think it's the best, like, hand-on-hand.
It was like watching Kakashi at his best too.
Yes.
He put everything on the table in that one. Everything that he could up to that point.
Yeah, and like, it's not a one-sided fight.
No.
They both are in so much pain at the end.
Yeah. It's a hard fight to watch.
It's because warriors talk with their fists, man.
Yeah,
true.
I don't need to speak.
Good point.
What's up?
What's your favorite line? All my emotion.
Domon Kashu, G Fighter, G Gundam. Take this on my love, my hate, my anger, and all of my sorrow. Like,
Shining Finger.
And every punch. Bow, bow.
Shining Finger was so much stronger than,
We going to J.
Burning Finger.
Going
So
to J.
Burning finger. All right, so for my top fight, because I think none of y'all saw it, so what I would like for you to do is just.
Oh, I watched it.
yeah, you sent it. I was like, what the fuck is this? I was like,
Yeah.
oh my god, I need to get on season
That's
2
hard to-
ASAP.
It's hard to beat.
Was it Mob Psycho?
It
We talk
is.
about that a lot.
Yeah, it is. It
Nice,
is.
nice.
Mob Psycho, season 2, episode 11. The whole fighting scene was freaking crazy. It's the group of psychic versus the one of the villains or one of the top psychic.
Shimayaki, Shamazaki, something.
Shimazaki. Yeah.
Shimazaki, yeah.
The sequence is so beautiful, well done, well coordinated. The guy just predict the moves and he just move accordingly to dodge it.
Clip with like the first person view with the gun. I was like, wow, that's so dope.
Yeah, it's similar to like Night Eye. If he was like bad guy, it would be him because that's how badass that scene was. I was really enjoying it so much, and I'm hoping it definitely gets some more hype after this. But if not, to me, it's definitely like. There's other great fights. Natsu had his great fight. Of course, Goku has his great moment. Asa had great battles, but Mob Psycho just being 13 episodes and just be able to surprise me with this. Come on, man, right there. So in the video, you just full blast that and just show that whole like that right there.
All right, man.
Nice.
about you, Senpai?
So, where mine may not be the prettiest, because man, this anime got so much backlash when it came out.
Is it the link that you sent me?
No.
I was about to say, because I
no.
sent it to the guys and be like, all right, cool.
Nah, but shout outs to Sailor Moon though. I love Sailor Moon.
Yeah, I was like, was that just a decade?
No. So that was wrong. Oh, I thought you just wanted something from me.
No,
man. My bad.
I just wanted your best fight from the decade.
Oh yeah, no, sorry, because that shit's way further. That's 2 decades.
Okay.
But
He's not lying.
no, it's not, man. So mine was from Berserk, the newer one that came out, man, and it was Guts versus was it Grundle? Grunbeld. He's like the guy who turns into the giant stone dragon, and it's the first time. I waited like 20 years for this guy. And I'll let you know this, like something like 20 years for Guts to put on the Berserk armor in animation, and I don't give a fuck how shitty it looked because of the CGI, because it was fucking terrible. But man, was I fucking hyped on it. I remember reading the manga, and I'm just like, yo, how are they gonna put this in animation? Someday it's gonna happen. Someday it's gonna happen. And when it finally happened, I didn't care how bad it looked. Did not care about the animation CGI. All I thought to myself was, this is my boy in his fucking element, being what he is, and just like fucking destroying shit with a giant sword. It was unbelievable. It was beautiful for me. Everybody else who hates the CGI can go fuck themselves. I don't care.
I didn't think season 2 was bad at all, to be honest.
They just call a lot of bad. It's like Overlord season 3, man. People really hated the CGI crap that didn't look good, and I can understand that. It's totally fine.
The same thing about God Eater.
The tough adjustments nowadays, and you've seen it a lot more.
It is. People are spoiled, and I'm okay with that. You have your opinion. Everybody's entitled to that, man. I just don't want it to be taken away. That the story is still the exact same, panel for panel. There's nothing changed about it, man. Guts is still a badass.
Yeah,
he's number one badass in my life.
Huge
So.
ass sword, like,
Dragon Slayer, man, one-handed, by the way. The other one's not even real. It's a fake hand. All right, one-handed. He's lifting this thing.
All right.
Oh man.
I gotta
Shoots
check it out.
cannonballs
But
out
like,
of one
because
hand.
what it is,
Yes.
it's our buddy Mike. Mike is very adamant about don't mess with the new one.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, you gotta just go to like Chinatown, get the bootlegs. He's like, you gotta do what you gotta do to get the original, man. He's like, just watch the original. Don't fuck with this bullshit.
Yeah.
And like, I'm like, all right, man. He was so adamant about it. So I'm like, I want to get into it, but I gotta find the right material.
It takes place after the original. That's what I love. It's like they literally took off where the original left off, and that makes me happy. Except they introduced Puck, because Puck's a character that they don't show in the original one, even though he's a pivotal character.
Okay.
So it's
some fan service at the same time.
Yeah. Oh, there's just tons of fan service everywhere.
They have to. That's the only way they're going to pull it back in.
Yeah.
Still great fights.
Man, I know at the last minute through a Hail Mary, I kind of changed my decision from the Barbatos fight.
Yeah, you should.
Which it is fucking epic.
Are you just looking at your poster instead and you're going to say that one? Because that's okay.
But
you.
but you know what? Like visually speaking, and also what kind of just caught me off guard, and I know what it is about that fight scene that I just fucking enjoy so fucking much. Because you could just like, it's so trippy and it's emotional and it's not popular because like, you know, like, there's so much good anime out there, guys. Like, and we're all talking about the popular stuff. Like, for me, favorite fight of the decade, Devilman Crybaby. Whatever.
What? He said it.
Akira
He said
versus Ryu. That final fight is fucking trippy as fuck.
That came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Guy,
you're the last one too. So hey,
this is
get
like
some detail about this.
This is like going on a date and like the other person be like, man, this person's awesome. It's like, oh man, they picked up the check. This is great. And it's like, oh man, they look good too. And then it comes time to performance, and it's just like, what was that? That was you right now. You're just like, what was that? What happened?
You know what, dude?
You like so much good anime. Man, I literally hated the fact that it won Anime of the Year last year. I hated it. Yes, it won last year, dude. I hated that, man. There was
I didn't
so
think it was
much
popular.
better
I didn't hear anything about it.
Like it went up against Megaloboxer, which I didn't vote that.
Superior anime.
But did you guys watch Violet Evergarden? That shit was
Not
fucking
yet.
beautifully written.
Okay.
I voted on that shit. It was visually amazing.
Oh,
and so was so
Megalobox
good.
though?
Over Megalobox, and I like Megalobox because that had that Cowboy Bebop film, man.
Yeah,
The music
it's
was
so
fucking
good.
right on there.
So
Yeah,
Everything was
honorable
so good.
mentions for Gillis Joe at the end, man, against Seto.
Yes, which that fight was dope. It was cool, man.
Right.
That whole lead up was what I wanted. So
Gillis
I was
versus
not mad about
Gillis,
that.
you know.
Yeah,
Damn
all
it,
day.
Devilman Crybaby. I hate the animation from that too. That's the
Seriously,
thing that
I love that it's so refreshingly different.
but it isn't. This is like the third or fourth iteration of Devilman we've had.
Yeah, and I want to watch those other ones.
Yeah,
'Cause,
D-Man's pretty old.
There's one that I can't think of. I try to look. I mean, your senpai.
I got
So,
you, man.
like,
I'll send you 2 links for the
there's-
original movies.
So there's one animation that I've seen that just looked wild. It's literally the dude running track. Mortal, his skin gets burned, and the skin's regenerating.
Whoa.
And it just looks wild as fuck. And
For Devilman?
I want to say it's like one of the iterations of Devil.
Because it's like this for some reason, man. I'm thinking of this like vampire anime where this guy's like trying to fight another vampire, and they're on the track, and like she just like cuts him in half, and like his bottom half is still running, but his top half.
Oh wait,
is
that's the one. Okay, what is that? I want to watch that. That
I
looks
don't know, but I'll find it for
amazing.
you real fast after.
All right, guys. So, Scott, really appreciate you on that.
Thank you.
And definitely
thank you,
watch
man.
his anime talk on Twitch TV on Sundays. Please give him that follow, give him that Twitch coin, whatever it's called.
Nah, don't even
Subscribe.
pay me. Just come and talk to me
Subscribe.
about anime. I fucking love anime. I'll talk to anybody about anime.
You can talk for
Free
free.
service right here.
Yo,
guys.
literally, I'm not asking for anything. I just want if you like anime, come talk to me about it.
I just
wanna
picture
talk
that
about it.
meme change my mind. It's just him be like, talk to me about anime.
Yeah, just talk to me about anime. Just talk to me about anime. That's why I'm gonna put you all on the spot though right now. So guys, Anime Boston registration came up. You guys get your tickets?
Nope.
I'm about to do that tonight, and apparently I fucked up on the hotel room.
Yeah, did you look at that text I sent you? I definitely
Here's the
told you
thing.
about the thing.
Can you get me a ticket and I'll send you the money right now because I don't want to deal with the fucking like registration and shit.
That's fine.
For what is that? Saturday? How many days are you trying to
It's
go?
for the whole weekend. It goes Friday to Sunday, and the
I know,
ticket
but-
is for the whole weekend.
oh, really?
Yeah, that's the great thing about this, man. Like you go like a con, and it's like $60 for this one day. Right now, the price is $65. Friday to Sunday. That's it. You pay
Yeah.
one time, you get to go the whole time.
Give me a
Not that bad.
ticket.
Oh, get the fuck out. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, dude.
take
Yeah,
it.
no, that's why it's like awesome.
What's
I
the date
love this.
again?
It's what was it? Ooh, shit.
April? It's April.
April, yes.
All right,
10th
so
to the 12th.
I love
Friday
what you
to
did,
Sunday.
and I appreciate that. The only reason why I'm not confirming that I'm going is because I might have already an event to attend around that same day.
That's fair.
But if that event is announced that it's going to be differently from that weekend,
Totally, man.
I'm gonna StubHub, buy my ticket.
Send
Yo,
me
it's
up.
right
I'll
online.
shoot up.
I'm just
Let's
letting you
do
guys
it.
know, man. Registration open and closes a lot throughout the year.
Yep.
So like it's open right now,
It'll
but
be
they'll
more later.
close it, and when they reopen it, it's gonna cost more.
Yeah, I pay my. I took the risk, so I understand that position.
What's the other convention we're going to, which I've never been? And I
Oh,
bought tickets.
PAX East?
Yes, there you
Yeah.
go.
Oh, what day you guys going?
I'm going Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Going on
Damn.
Saturday.
On Sunday, man.
Fuck.
Sunday
man.
sucks.
It's just that it's the least commitment, man. Like you don't have to worry about people. If you want to test stuff, nobody's trying
No,
to fight
that's
you.
true, yeah.
usually
Sunday's a dead
Thursday.
day.
That's why I want to try Thursday out. Thursday, I heard, is the least amount of people.
Really?
But there's bugs because they haven't
Couldn't get it off work. I took too many other days, man, and Anime Boston took precedence for me this
We
year.
gotta go see Weathering with you.
Yeah, I told you I got that day off already.
You
Gonna
guys
go
are more
watch
than
it. You
welcome
guys
to
gonna
join.
watch that?
When is that?
That's January 15th. It's a Wednesday.
Oh,
Is it Wednesday? No,
definitely.
it's a Thursday. I thought.
I
It's
thought
a Thursday
we
or
were
Friday.
doing the Wednesday, bro.
Is
I
all,
thought the
Wednesday.
Thursday was the dubbed one because we said we would do
No,
dubbed.
Thursday
I'm
is
down,
subs.
depending on my
January
flight
15
tickets.
It's a Wednesday.
Yo, man, you're traveling, huh?
I'm planning on going to Florida for that weekend.
All right, that's what's up. Cool, man.
So
yeah.
if I get the ticket for like the 17th, then yeah, I'm down.
Cool, man.
We're taking
yeah,
the Shinobi on the road. No.
Yo, that's what's up. Do it up, man. Do it up. Take it on the road.
Not the purpose,
Road
but
tour.
okay.
It's like, all right. It's like, I'm taking a vacation for you guys. That's what he's saying.
Don't worry, man. You're gonna be there in spirit. Don't worry about it. We got you.
I definitely want to stick around to do the show too. So yeah, it makes sense. So PAX East, Anime Boston, and Shinobi Unfolding. We're definitely posting our audios on Sundays at 12 p.m. Eastern time.
I eagerly wait for that.
Yes.
I do. I literally eagerly wait.
He's one
my
of the
favorite thing on
strongest
Sundays.
Google Music listener I
Yo,
know.
I downloaded Spotify just so I can hear it because like
Facts.
Google Music just keeps messing it up. So I'm just like,
I'm sorry.
We're on SoundCloud too. It works.
Yeah, it's
I don't have. I don't want to.
it's hard to convince people of SoundCloud.
Okay,
we got to
yeah.
just bring it to them. We got to
I
bring
know
it to them.
SoundCloud rappers just ruined
Come
it
on,
for
bro.
everybody.
We're on like 12 different platforms, man.
12
We're like,
different
we're like the
Yeah.
fucking hardest working
If you wanna
motherfucking
wait until
podcast,
the next
man.
Wednesday, I think was the
Wednesday,
schedule
we're
right now,
about to release the
Wednesdays,
video content.
the new video. So, if you
So
didn't-
this episode will be not on the. I think we could
New
do
Year's Eve.
it New Year's Eve. I think yeah.
Nice, man. I'm gonna be working. I'm gonna watch that.
And you're gonna see yourself be like, "Hey, mom!" like, but anybody got any last church announcement? I don't want to do recap. I think we really went deep dive.
No, this episode once a year we will do this like 2-hour, 3-hour bullshit. Like,
Actually, no, there is one thing, man, because we're talking about anime for this year. The Anime Awards is in February. I thought it was in June, man. It's actually in February this year, like the 8th.
Okay.
So it's very soon, 2 months, guys. So everything we just talked about right now is very relevant in the next 2 months.
Except if the Promised Neverland actually win, Anime of the Year, then I'll be like, yo, Scott.
If it wins, I have to acknowledge it. Like
It's gonna be like
the NLBL.
vindication.
But like all the ones that have won, have
Well,
been, like,
he's already making like 7 accounts right now. He's like, all right, gonna vote.
It's okay, man. Mad people vote. People vote. It's awesome, man. So when it happens, I'll definitely throw the link in your
just
Facebook
remember me.
page.
That's all I gotta say. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, don't worry, I will, man. I want to
If
see
only
what
we
it
had
says.
like a recording or something that.
Oh, it recorded that part.
Don't worry, man. I got the cocoa for you, man. Remember me. Don't worry.
I'm gonna so anime of quote of the night will
What you
be Monkey D. Luffy. He said, "No matter how hard or impossible it is, never lose sight of your goal."
Okay.
Simple as that.
Simple, generic hero as you can get.
He is 100%
That has like
simple.
5
Generic,
gear
but he's
levels.
great, actually.
Absolutely.
And can't wait to see him transform once I start this journey.
He never says anything more amazing than that. Don't
Yeah.
set yourself up for any belief.
Yeah. Every other character.
Yes.
It's so amazing.
Yes.
Him.
Even the villains are awesome in the
Yeah.
anime. Literally. Doflamingo was a jerk, but man, he had a really
Also, try to
long
get
story.
1,000 likes so I could start watching One Punch Man.
Like,
One Piece.
Jeez, bro.
Like One Piece.
Follow.
To our Facebook page. So, thank you for sticking around with us. Those who made it in the first hour, we appreciate you. The 2 hours, we appreciate you.
Oh, we did it again.
Jesus.
No, I think we really made it close to 3 hours, but that's okay.
Once a year. We only do this for the closing year.
Once a year.
Then we're going to the 60 to 90 minute mark. Okay?
Yes.
Hey, so
Cool, man.
Shinobi Unfolding, Scott, thank you for coming by.
Thanks
Thank
again,
you.
guys.
Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, kiss your family, be thankful for every person in your circle because you never know about tomorrow. All right, peace.
Deuces.
Alright, fuck you guys. Bullshit choices, right?
Welcome to the Shinobi Unfolding Season 3.